Well, we got the star. Damn it. Okay. Well, that happened. What was the last thing you guys saw? I'm hoping it's working. Okay, I think I got it back up. Thank you, sir. Are we back? I think we're back. So what was the last thing you guys saw? Because like John and I were like zeroed in trying to like get this damn star. Hi, Hi to Mr. Mole. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there. For some reason, the stream disconnected. I think we should be fine though now.
Yeah, it did get killed.
Ugh.
Yeah, we can wait whatever.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a moment here. So
Okay.
you let everyone get back in here. Those guys on YouTube need to go to a different page because
That's just how it works.
Yep. I do appreciate YouTube for saving the lives though, like instantly.
Yeah, that's
which is
nice.
really nice. All right, I think we're good. You can't have a stream without a damn.
Wise words. Wise words.
We were talking about scuff earlier.
Yeah.
Someone call Amelie, because, like, she's, like, the queen of scuff. Did you ever see, like, those, like, funny videos where she's, like, trying to figure out, like, her stream and she has to call Sayu anytime for tech support?
No.
Like, Sayu is, like, her tech support guy.
Okay.
Anytime she's having trouble with streams, and, like, the shenanigans those two get into is absolutely hilarious, which is amplified even more because Alejandro Sab is an absolutely funny guy. Now, like, Alejandro is such a cool dude to watch streaming. So, like, if anyone, like, wants to, like, get into VTubers or something, Amelie and Sayu are fantastic. Alright, we are going to go ahead and let's give people a chance to get back in here. Because, yeah, that happened. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to get a little more coffee. After I get a coffee, we shut down the cafe. When I said shut down the campus, I didn't mean the cafe!
You said shut down the whole campus.
Not coffee, Roquefort. You need coffee for these sorts of things, and I... Open the cafe.
Why does the coffee maker need a firmware?
Oh my god, I love that bit from Hi-Fi Rush. What's funny too, by the way, is that because of your Let's Play,
Yeah.
you actually took the time to read the goddamn notes.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know that there was a whole, like, underlying, like, storyline involving a firmware update with the coffee machine.
There was a disgruntled employee who sabotaged all the coffee machines.
Which is so fun. I just thought that was a throwaway line from Corsica, but then, because, like, you know, like, technology and whatnot,
Yeah.
turns out that was a whole ass bit from the notes. I didn't know that until I watched your videos. That was funny. Sinatolobo? Signatolobo? Well, how you doing? Thank you. First time chat. Welcome to the stream. We had to deal with a little bit of scuff just now. While you guys were wondering where the hell we were trying to find this goddamn star. We found it. After some very, very close shaves with lava.
This was the eight red coins on Bowser in the Lava World.
Bowser in the Dark World, Bowser in the Lava World, and Bowser in the Sky. I'm surprised it didn't say Bowser in the Sky World.
Bowser in the Sky with Diamonds.
He's taking down the company one coffee at a time. I'll be right back.
Oh, could I get some coffee actually?
Yeah, of course.
That would be amazing.
How do you like it?
Little bit of milk or cream or whatever you have.
Yeah. Do you want sugar?
No sugar, please.
No sugar? Yeah.
Thank you.
You're back.
Okay, guys, let's goss. Any big questions? I can say whatever I want about Oscar now while he's gone.
If you want to take on Bowser too, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to play the game as much as I do.
Hey, Magasanders. One lore bit I love in Warframe: a guy punched a meteor and it exploded. It's pretty rad. I love the monologues from the Not Sebastian HR investigator. Yeah, I like him a lot too. I never even played The Evil Within, so I didn't even know what he was referencing, but I just thought he was funny. There's a Kishki here. Okay, she just came in to investigate. She came in, she went, and she left. Hey Oscar, I listened to the Kiki's Isekai Showdown theme. It was pretty cool. Also, I didn't know you watch Omelet. Yeah, Plant Commander did a really great job on that, on the Kiki theme. Thoughts on Sonic Unleashed Recompiled? Is that the like the modding kind of update to it? Because I haven't played it, but I've seen Nitro Rad messing around with it, and it looks cool. Comic, you prefer showers in the morning or evening? I'm more of an evening shower guy. I sleep in as much as I can, so having to wake up a little bit earlier to take a shower doesn't usually work for me. I should shower in the morning because that's healthier, but nah, usually more in the evening. How goes your LGBT plus research project? Pretty good. I got a lot of cool data. I don't really know if I'm gonna do the thing I'm gonna do with it, but I'd love to make I'd love to do something in June for Pride Month, because I just kind of think with the political climate right now we could really use it, and I'm very inspired, but also I don't want to do the straight guy thing and try and give a bunch of opinions on queer media as a straight guy. I mean, I'm ace, but I still kind of self-identify as straight and ace. But yeah, it was really cool. Just on a Blue Sky, I asked a lot of people just their favorite LGBT plus characters in video games, and I got a lot of really interesting answers. And also, I was asking people to give what their gender identity and what their sexual preferences and whatever are, and then also the character. So it was cool. What would it be and why? Do you mean a quirk like in My Hero Academia? That kind of quirk where it's a power? Because I would really love to be telekinetic. I think of that one a lot. I think telekinesis is a really great superpower. I do have a I guess I would call him an OC. I haven't really done anything with him. But I have a concept for the character I would want to write for a My Hero Academia universe, and I gave him one of those sillier quirk powers where he has game's falling asleep. So my idea was basically Hammer Space, where video game characters keep things. This is a guy who basically has the video game power to change their outfit, to just immediately change their clothes with any clothes that is in their inventory in an instant. So the whole idea is that anything that they're wearing that is made of cloth or made of certain material can kind of go from being worn onto them into a hammer space, and they could just switch it out into anything. And then in combat, they use that a lot of they have a suit of armor, and they have scuba gear, and they have a parachute and stuff like that, and they would just be instantly pulling out weird clothing accessories and stuff during battle. So that's my idea. I call him Clothesline, and he's got one of those crazy scarves, kind of like Aizawa has too, as his main way of fighting. But he's got a whole bunch of different scarves that he can just make a scarf appear on his neck and then pull it off, and maybe it's got chain link in it or something like that. When it comes to superpowers, how do you feel about a recoil/price from using said power? I think they'd be great, and I really love the idea of characters that have a lot of power but with a significant drawback. I always think that's cool. Thank you. I was fading a little bit. Like, I do like the My Hero characters that are generally, like, have some kind of rule that gives them, like a drawback. Yeah.
Alright, so we're good. We are back. We are functioning. We are golden, baby. Let's continue. So, what'd you guys talk about?
So it was, somebody asked me about how I was asking for LGBT plus characters on Blue Sky the other day.
Oh, yeah?
So if anybody wants to give me theirs, favorite LGBT plus video game character in the chat, just because I find it interesting.
I can think of so many, like, off the top of my head that I would absolutely love to, like, to see you talk about. I don't know what you're doing, but, like...
I don't know what I'm doing either, but... Pestering me again, are you, Mario? Can't you see that I'm having a merry little time making mischief with my minions? Now, return those stars. My troops in the walls need them.
Oh, yeah, I found this really cool.
Yeah, that character, because I remember Oscar, you and a bunch of the others had, like, sort of a...
Yeah?
What do I want to call you? You had, like, a tabletop, like, My Hero Academia, like, campaign. I don't think it had any actual mechanics, but it was, like, art.
Yeah,
it was like a roleplay.
Yeah, not so much campaign, but more so it was like something that we came up with as a concept. And if we did want to make it a D&D campaign, like we absolutely would.
Yeah, so I remember Oscar had one. I think Sheikah had one.
Amber had one. Amber had like a thing where like her character was like an entomologist. And the idea was that like she would be able to like grow the wings of like specific insects. And the idea is that she would have to like know what the insects or what the making of those insect wings were in order to be able to utilize like those insect powers. So like that's why she was an entomologist. So like, if she was doing a job that involved her needing some like serious like armor or like defenses, she would grow beetle wings. If she needs something a little more graceful and supportive, she would grow butterfly wings. If she needs something really, really fast and agile that she needs to get from one place to another really fast, dragonfly wings, things like that. In a similar eat something, and he was able to like shape his body.
I don't remember the character's name, but his they called him Sun Eater. Was
yeah, Sun Eater.
Name.
Yeah, in a similar vein to Sun Eater.
Oh, can it be that I've lost? The power of the stars has failed me. This time. Consider this a draw. Next time, I'll be in perfect condition. Now, if you want to see your precious princess, come to the top of the tower. I'll be waiting.
This is where the game does get a little bit tough, so... This might take us a little bit, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're actually we're making great time. We're already, like, what, halfway through the game?
Yeah. We have half the minimum stars we need.
Mm-hmm. Not bad at all. It does help that I kind of been going out of my way to, like, double up with, like, coin stars and, like, the red coins and shit. With, the Bowser areas.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to go back to any other levels, too, we can... Because now you have all the power-ups, all the hats.
That's true. Let's continue. Because, like, at this point, it's like, if I'm going to go for, like, just a requirement to beat the game run, I do want to visit as many areas as I can. And I know you can get a star from another toad up here somewhere.
What are your favorite D&D classes and subclasses?
For me, if I had to pick my favorite D&D class, it would be Monk. Because I like the idea of whole, like, you know, martial arts, being able to, like, fight something without your, without weapons and shit. Other than that, I've, over the past years, I've been very, very much into the mage's class. Because the whole idea of a combat mage is just super cool to me.
My favorite is Bard, though I have played a lot of different classes.
Same. What's a class you decided to, like, try, at one point that you, like, discovered, oh shit, why didn't I do this before?
I really like Paladin, actually.
Oh yeah?
It took me a while to play a Paladin, and I really like playing Paladin.
For me, it's Barbarian. I haven't played a Barbarian until recently, and holy smoke, I'm like, I see why people like this! Because holy smoke, you can do a lot with Barbarian.
Barbarian's one of the only core classes I actually have not played yet.
I'm gonna get my ass burned right now, aren't I?
I played a sorcerer for a one-shot, and the character who was a sorcerer, I've since remade into a wizard.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but I want to do another sorcerer sometime. And I have my concept for a barbarian, but I'm waiting for the campaign to use her.
Yeah, the barbarian concept I came up with is one of Amber's characters, Daniil, who is like this like aquatic druid, like has a bodyguard, and her bodyguard is Granin, who is a werewolf. Apparently, I discovered this, there is a build in Pathfinder and in other forms of D&D where the rage comes in the form of lycanthropy. Like, instead of, like, raging the normal way, it's like, oh, your rage is you turning into that beast.
Makes sense.
Which I was like, okay, I can get behind that.
Played a lot of werewolf.
Yup, Locke. It's kind of funny because, like, I probably should have made him a barbarian, but I made him a ranger.
Yeah.
Because, like, he was, like, a mercenary type.
Because he wanted, like, him, yeah, like, he was a ranger, and, like, all of that stuff, like, all the build stuff was outside of his being a werewolf. And then...
I didn't realize these guys had logos.
Oh, yeah, they're, like, Bowser branded.
Oh, I'm gonna get... Yup. Ow. This enemy, like, in particular, is, like, interestingly designed.
They have a funny name, but I forget what it is.
Yeah, you got me. I do not know what their names are. Wet Dry World is like a really, really cool concept for a level.
Yeah.
I like this place a lot. It's confusing, but I like it.
Yeah, it's all playing with the water level.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I know what I gotta do to get up there, but I'm looking for the
Yeah, you need to...
I need to raise the water level.
Yeah, you pull the block out.
Or push it in.
Oh, push it in. Okay.
Oh, come on, dude.
I know I've talked about this campaign I'm playing on a lot of things, but the campaign I'm playing in right now, there's 3 of us, and we, each week we shuffle who the DM is.
Yeah.
So it's like a complete, it's very, like, cooperative improv.
Uh-huh.
Like, the world map is... Heave-hos, that is what they're called.
They're literally called heave-hos?
They're called heave-hos.
Oh my god. I shouldn't be surprised.
Megan says
crap baskets.
I once made a 5e barbarian with a military background as a member of an entire berserker squad for more dangerous missions, and used your phrase at the end of your berserker countdown as their mantra. Be angry!
Dude, like, I cannot tell you how, like, happy I am that so many people, like, come to me, like, you know that one thing where it's, like, you're a content creator and, like, people, like, tell you, oh, this is the thing that I remember you for, and, like, thank you for that. For me, it's the ending to the Barbarians countdown.
You never know what the thing is that a lot of people are gonna resonate with.
Wombu recently came out with his, like, Pokemon video, and, or not a Pokemon video, though that, like, go watch that if you haven't had a chance, because it's a really good video, right? Oh, come on!
And, oh, I thought the Sparky was gonna hit you then.
For real! No, it wasn't Wombu, so, Spectra. For those, yeah, Spectra did a, like, tribute video to Wombu to celebrate, like, how long he's been on, like, YouTube, right? And, he mentioned the fact that the one joke that he never expected to take off as well as it did was the Y-axis joke. He never expected that to be so, like, popular, and I was like, dude, it's such a clever joke. Like, anyone who's ever been an artist, or worked with computers or imaging, or worked with Photoshop as a whole, knows that joke has a lot of layers to it, and it's wonderful. These camera angles are killing me.
You can move the camera around so that you can see where you're going.
I'm gonna save you for later. Because I want to get the coin star here. Oh, two. Oh, you mama! I know where I can get coins. I know where I can get coins. Mario, please.
You remember the Super Mario 64 Got Milk commercial?
No.
It was like around the time of Super Mario 64, and it was like in a level that like looked like this, but it's like it's something where kids are like, jump, come on Mario, jump, and they can't like get him to jump high enough, and then they like leave the game running because they like get frustrated and they leave. And then Mario like jumps out of the TV.
Oh yes, I do remember this now that you mentioned that. Oh damn.
Is Olimar the best Nintendo Protag comic? I mean, he's one of my favorites.
Oh man, can I even get another 7 coins?
I think he's very underrated.
I'm not sure I can get another 7 coins. No, these don't have coins.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think this is a situation where I can't get it because I need to be able to go to the underwater city.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
That sucks.
Oh.
Oh!
There was something there.
I need to be able to... Oh! There's some down here, I think. Hang on a sec.
If Fire Emblem fighting game was made by Arc System Works... Yeah, I feel like they'd probably be good for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Please tell me there are coins in those boxes.
Well, you got some coins, because now you're at 96.
Oh, I did.
I've thought about a Fire Emblem fighting game before.
Honestly, like, one,
Posture check.
thank you. If I were to pick a company to do a Fire Emblem fighting game, or even then just like do a like crossover / like guest character thing, Namco Bandai, because Soul Calibur.
You're at 99 now, so you just need 1 coin.
Yep, and I think I know where I can get it.
I think you like collected those coins really fast as you were destroying the block.
Yeah, I think so, especially because they were underwater.
My idea, granted, this was like a while ago.
That was weird.
When like the newest Fire Emblem game was like Fates, maybe. But my idea was that like different lords would be the playable characters, and that there would be assists that you can choose from. But each of the assists would be like the basic Fire Emblem classes. Like there would be like a knight assist that like creates a wall in front of you and then stabs, or there'd be like an archer assist for range and stuff like that. But each character, each lord would have different characters for those classes.
Got it,
So if you were playing as Ike, it would be like Gatry and Sheena, and then if you were playing as Lyn, it would be like Will and Wallace.
Oh, okay. So like the retainers kind of thing.
Yeah, and like it would they would do the same thing, but
Right.
and you have like you could choose for your assists. You could choose like 2 out of like 10. So you could have like between knight, archer, mage, flyer, cavalier, thief, etc.
I'm trying to find where there's another one of those like water switches.
Did you get the one if you go like to the right here and you go down the slope?
Is there one here?
Move the camera.
Oh, there is. You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. That's exactly what I needed.
Idea top 10 artists, not artist fighters,
But just artists in general?
Yeah, like artists in video games, like Yusuke. Nice.
And then we can just go around to that other one down there.
Here we go!
But yeah, that would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
People were talking on the Discord the one day about photographers.
Yep, I saw that.
Which is one I've thought about for a long time. Sandra Cohen, yeah. He is an artist.
Oh, yeah.
And his art is madness.
Oh, by the way, fun fact about this stage, by the way.
Hego.
So, I'm actually gonna, like... It's gonna put me, like, back here. But, cool thing, right? So the water level, was really, really low. With that world, right? But that's because I entered the world via the lower part of this painting. Watch what happens when I go up top, or when I go high up.
Hego.
Yeah.
Super cool detail about this stage. The water level depends on how you enter the painting.
And that little skeeter there floated up to the top. He was like, "What the heck?"
Yup. I always found that cool. It's also a really good way to, like, kind of, like, circumvent a lot of, like, the difficulty with this level in terms of, like, how you're supposed to go about some of the stars. Because the name of this one is, like, Top of the Town, so your immediate thought is, oh, I gotta go up high. So you enter the painting from a high elevation. I just found that neat.
That is neat. Like, later, there's also Tiny Huge Island that has a few different paintings you can go in.
I don't like Tiny Huge Island, I'm gonna be real with you. It is not a very fun level for me. Yes, there is a secret with the clock. The gears and the mechanisms inside the clock depend on what position the clock is in.
Hi, John. Hope you're doing well. A series that I feel could be a good Let's Play is the Bravely Default franchise. I never played any of the Bravely Defaults.
Bravely Default is...
I know you have opinions.
I have opinions on Bravely Default. The Bravely Default is a good game, don't get me wrong. But damn if I'm not a fan of how they did the ending. From what I'm to understand, Bravely's second handled it better.
I've heard that it's kind of sad now that there's, like, not Street Pass. Like, that was a big part of the game.
That's true, actually. You did get some bonuses with Street Pass with those games, which, yeah, no, I can understand that. But you can beat the game, like, you can play the game without them anyway.
Would Jade be a top 3 contender for photographers? I mean,
oh, absolutely!
Yeah. From Beyond Good and Evil, I love
absolutely, especially because, like, when we judge, like, characters and countdowns and, like, for that sort of thing, one of the things we mainly look at is how much is that profession or that, like, specialty central to the experience of the game and the player itself. And the whole photography thing with, like, Jade from Beyond Good and Evil is a major part of the story. So, yeah, no, absolutely, Jade is definitely up there.
Yeah, we had Jade from Beyond Good and Evil, Mahiru from Danganronpa 2, who's the super high school photographer.
What was the name of the girl from what's it called? Horror game photography.
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of different in Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame, thank you.
Yeah, I mean there's a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, because like Fatal Frame is like that's the whole thing with Fatal Frame.
There's like Yuki, there's Mayu, there's yeah. So one of them probably. Frank West, of course, yeah, or Kent, I forget his last name. There's
yeah, definitely Frank West would be up there.
Jack from BioShock is a photographer.
Ooh, okay.
Todd Snap from Pokemon Snap.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Here we go!
Challenge. Build a Disney Smash Brothers roster, but you have to use movies that referenced or that released prior to the year that each Smash Brothers game released.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so the original Smash Brothers was late 90s.
Yeah, let's go with the core 8. Like, if we were to choose 8 Disney characters,
Okay.
prior to the release of the first Smash Brothers, what would it be?
Okay. So, I'm thinking, like, of course there'd be, like, a Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, that would be, like, our Mario.
Hegel.
I'm thinking at least one of the Disney princesses, maybe, like, Snow White or something, and she would have powers with, like, birds and singing and stuff. I think we'd have to have Aladdin. I think we'd have to have the Beast. Ariel might be a little hard to figure out.
Yeah.
Her movement, but I can see a later Smash Brothers game finally. I think Ariel would be kind of like Pit, where it's like, should have been in from the beginning, but they didn't have the means to do it right away.
Yeah. I imagine, like, they could just make it so that, like, her whole, like, swaying on the tail thing, she would just, like, float.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like Nami in League of Legends.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Robin Hood would be a good choice, yeah. Simba, definitely.
Ooh, Simba would be cool, yeah. Okay, I need to remind myself where the bomb is on this map. I think he's up top.
And I think Minnie Mouse would be there as the Luigi to Mickey's Mario.
Probably,
Of,
yeah.
like, very similar character, and then, like, as the games progress, she kind of gets a little bit more different.
You know, if, like, after Kingdom Hearts, they would, like, have, like, Mickey as, like, King Mickey with, like, the Keyblade and whatnot, maybe. Probably. Oh, there it is. I think the bomb is on that platform.
Yeah.
So I think I need to raise the water level. You know what? I'm proud of my maneuver for that
That was
one.
pretty good. You could do Woody from Toy Story, even in the first Super Smash Brothers. Toy Story was already a thing.
That's true. Woody or Buzz Lightyear, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Like, Buzz Lightyear would actually have a really, really good moveset.
He would have a good moveset, yeah. He even...
Like, up B would be, like, create the wings and fall with style.
Yeah. He'd have the laser. He'd have the karate chop action.
Yeah. Like, that would be, like, his, like, basic, that would be, like, his base, like, 1-2 combo.
Yeah,
it's
his,
like,
pummel.
He was, like, he would punch, kick, and then karate chop action. Yup, yup.
Give you the taunt, he goes, it's a secret mission to uncharted space.
Oh, yeah, like, all of his taunts would just be, like, him pressing the button on his chest.
Yeah. For like a big bruiser character, I want Baloo the bear.
Oh, that would be cool. I like that, actually.
I want Baloo coming in just mauling people.
Baloo the bear, in a similar vein, I think Shere Khan would be great.
Shere Khan would be awesome, too.
Okay,
But we already got Simba, we already got, like, a big cat.
that's true.
I'd still be okay with it.
I gotta find out how to get up there, unless it's, like, actually this simple.
I think you could just kind of walk up it.
Well, no, the cannon's closed because I need to talk to the bomb.
Oh, okay. Is there any other high point you can get to?
That's what I'm wondering. It's like, is there another switch I can, like, access to, like, raise the water level even further?
Yeah, I guess keep panning the camera around.
Unless I'm just overcomplicating it and I actually can make this jump.
Try a backflip instead of a...
Yeah.
Who would be the Bowser and Bowser Jr. in all that? Well, if Baloo was there as the Bowser, then Mowgli would be the Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be until, like, Brawl, probably, but Stitch, of course, would be, like, a big character later.
Definitely.
Ugh. The Lilo and Stitch live-action trailer. I'm just so upset. I'm so upset with Disney. Not just Disney, but just with all the, like, live-action BS.
Hey, Mama. Now, there's gotta be an easier way to get up there, right?
Oh, I wasn't even really thinking about villains, but yeah, Maleficent. Move on.
Oh, I got it!
Tarzan would be like the Solid Snake character who like disappeared for a few games, but then in Ultimate they paid a lot of money to get him back. I consider having Frank West and Kent sharing a spot, this being on the photographers, due to how polar opposite to each other, and Kent is the only villainous gaming photographer I can think of. Yeah, the closest I can think of to another like villainous photographer in video games is maybe like some characters in the Ace Attorney series.
Yeah.
That are like more opportunistic. Oh, there is a bad guy reporter in
That's true.
In the Great Ace Attorney.
That is true, actually. Yeah, you're right.
Spoilers for the Great Ace Attorney. But one of the murderers is a reporter.
I posted a GIF of it in the Discord, but there is a photographer Bang Boo in Zenless Zone Zero. The idea is that, so one of the characters, Astra Yao, is like a pop idol, and she basically functions as the bard in the game.
Okay.
But because she's a pop idol, she has to have like, you know, paparazzi or like a reporter or someone who takes her like professional photos. Her professional photographer is a little Bang Boo.
Aw. Is it actually possible to punch a boulder of this at a Chris Redfield exclusive?
Say what?
I'm a little confused by the syntax there, but I mean, it is possible to punch a boulder like Chris Redfield. You just might not get the same results.
Yeah.
Okay,
I need to drain the water.
in Melee, you add Goofy, Pete, Woody, and Buzz. Oh, or Woody and Buzz like your ice climbers. You get both of them.
Like a team up, maybe?
Maybe.
Actually, okay, hang on a sec. I want to go back to that. Pete would be an amazing character in Smash, actually. Yeah. Or in the Smash formula. Because, like, yeah, no, I genuinely like Pete as a character because of just how much of a bad guy he is. But, like, he's one of those, like, silly bad guys, you know? And yeah, he would totally be a bruiser.
I'm seeing a lot of people sharing great ideas here, but I want to give a shout out to OMFing God for including the Rocketeer. Heck yeah.
Oh my god, that brings me back.
That's a great pull.
Damn.
That is a great pull. That is a deep cut.
Speaking of deep cuts, so if we're doing clones, right? There's Woody and Buzz from Toy Story, right? What if we did Buzz Lightyear from like Star Command? And like he was a like Captain Commando type character where his assists would be Mira, Booster, and XR.
That would be cute.
That would be amazing.
I was thinking like later you could have like Scar as an Echo for Simba and stuff like that.
That could also work, yeah.
Steamboat Willie. Oh, Oswald would be fun as like the kind of like old school inclusion like Rob.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember this area being particularly tricky in regards to trying to get all these coins.
Zack and Cody and make them like ice climbers.
No.
See, that's the funny thing about Disney. Disney is so big that you can branch off in all kinds of directions. Like, this always comes up in discussions about, like, possible Kingdom Hearts worlds.
That's
like,
also true, yeah.
Like, are we going to include, like, Disney Channel? Are we going to include Disney Channel original movies? Are we going to include, like, the stuff they acquired from Fox?
I'm going to say no, if only because the idea of someone wanting High School Musical in Smash Brothers is a concept I do not want to get behind.
Dude, Troy Bolton would be top tier. You gotta get your head in the game. I hated High School Musical.
Thank you. But how did I end up? What the fuck?
I hated that movie when I was a kid. Because
what about now?
Now I'm like indifferent to it because like whatever, who cares if you like it?
Yeah.
But like now it's pretty hard for me to like actively hate a piece of media.
That's fair.
But at the time, being in high school and being in musicals, I hated that being everybody's perception of what a High School Musical was like.
Oh my god.
Guys, you don't even see the musical. It should be called High School Audition. The entire movie is the auditions for it. And what the hell is the show even about?
That's true.
Apparently, the girl who plays the piano is writing and composing all the musicals for their school. Like, no, she freaking isn't.
Okay, in a similar vein, right? There is one show on, like, Disney, similar vein here, right? That I did not like specifically because, like, there's no... Like, I understand that, like, high school can be, like, a very dramatic time for a lot of people, right? There's no way in hell you're going to have as much drama, even in a high school setting, as they showcased in Glee.
Glee is toxic.
Glee is... Oh my
Glee is
God.
a toxic show.
I don't like Glee at all. Like, I understand that some people are into that shit, but I can't get behind Glee. It's such an annoying show.
Oh, actually, I have really big news for you personally, Oscar.
Oh?
So this isn't gonna mean anything for most of you people out there, but do you remember Danny Youngleman?
Oh my God, yes.
He's on American Idol this season.
No shit.
Yeah, he hasn't been on an episode yet, but he's in commercials for it, and like it looks like he's gonna do pretty well.
Oh shit!
This is a guy we knew from high school. We didn't go to high school from him. He's a lot younger than us.
But
he, whenever we needed a little kid for our high school shows, like the first time was Seussical the Musical.
Yes.
So JoJo is supposed to be a little kid. He's supposed to look younger than everybody else. So we got this kid from an elementary school, man by the name of Danny
Youngleman. Yeah.
He ended up going to the same high school after we were already graduated, being the star in a lot of their shows and stuff like that. Now he's gonna be on American Idol.
Yeah, so, like...
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, like, we knew that kid, and, like, we worked with him, and he was a really chill dude. Like, he was passionate about the craft of theater. Like, the dude... If I had to describe Danny Youngleman in a certain way when it comes to, like, musical theater, the guy was a prodigy. Like, he knew his stuff, and I don't like that fish, by the way. He knew his stuff, and he was really good at what he did.
Yeah, really talented little guy.
So, yeah, no, like, that's actually pretty awesome. Glad to hear he's doing well.
I haven't talked to him since, like, 2009,
oh,
so
God.
I'm not gonna pretend he's, like, a person I know.
Oh, God knows that you and I, like, you know, we have our, group of friends here that, like, I'm actually, like, kind of astonished at the fact that you and I were, like, a couple of the people who, like, most people's, like, friend group consists of, like, you know, their college buddies. For us, it was our high school buddies. Like, I know more, I still hang out with more people from high school than I did from college. Ow.
Well, you also went to college with a lot of people you went to high school with.
At first, yeah, I know Patty went to Patty went to Temple, and I knew a couple of others from, like, Northampton, the community college that I went to that were also went there.
Oh, and Sheikah and Zach you went to college with, right?
Sheikah and Zach I did specifically because, like, yeah, NCC.
Yeah.
We went to NAC together.
Yeah.
So that was that, and I've told this story before, but I love telling this. But before Gage became Gage, I'm going to say it that way, right? He and I actually were a thing at one point back in college. We broke it off. Very mutual terms, mind you. Like, he and I...
Wasn't working out.
It wasn't working out, and we recognized that it wasn't working out, so we continued to be friends either way. We lost touch after we both went to college, and, like, you know, we kind of just, like, started doing our own thing. Years later, my ex is best friends with my wife. And Amber had him in the wedding party, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
So I love telling that story.
Yeah, now you're making a video game together.
Oh yeah. Mama. Oh, I almost ate shit there. Okay, so pluck the piranha plant. Which piranha plant am I talking about here? Oh, I think it's these. Is it here? Oh, yep.
I think it's here.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's, like, water on these, like, on this, like, so I can't jump and stuff.
Yeah, don't know how that works, but it does.
Is it like a swamp?
Oh, hi, Allie. I didn't know you were watching.
Hey, what's up?
Allie says, yeah, including with your wife. Yeah, you also went to college with my wife.
Yup. Alright, there we go.
She says, being friends with your exes is the true theater person way.
That's funny too because we were both in the theater program at Northampton. It wasn't my degree, but like it was a thing that I did because like I enjoyed it, and I did do a few plays and musicals in Northampton, which was a lot of fun. We did this one like children's play where I played a vampire, like a vampire pilot, which was interesting. And then later on, I did the villain in Chess. I forget his name. And frick. Do you know the play where it's this one kid who refuses to take a bath and it's like, you know,
The Diviners.
The Diviners, that's it. Yeah, I played one of the farmers, the doctor specifically in the Diviners.
I remember you had the line about the like the
machine that shits on your fields.
yeah, it was like a fertilizer spreading machine.
Hegel.
It was like you buy this machine and it shits on your fields.
Yep. And back then, like, I was still kind of under the stigma of, like, I don't curse a lot. Man, how that's changed.
Yeah. I think theater kind of broke me into cursing.
It wasn't so much theater for me, but it was definitely college just in general. Where is Koopa the Quick?
Yeah, I think you need to be small to find Koopa.
Well, I got a pretty easy way to do that now. Ow!
Yeah, turn small and go through
the tunnel, right?
The tunnel immediately, and you should be around there.
Mm-hmm.
Hegel.
Oh.
I mean, we do have official proof Mario knows how to use a gun, so why not?
That's true.
Yeah, from a few different. Somebody asking, what do you think of the Ultimate Passion scenes in Sonic 3 the movie? I actually still haven't seen any of the Sonic movies. I'll watch them someday.
They are worth watching. Like, again, I wouldn't call them, like, blockbuster hits or anything, but they are fun movies, and that's really the best thing I can say about them. What was the question?
What do you think of the La Ultimate Passion scenes?
Oh, fantastic. Like, like, dude, like, I audibly heard so many people, like, cheering in the theater when that started coming up. Ah, thank you. Lakitu, I thought you were on my side.
Oh, wait, that's just Koopa Troopa. Okay, but I think if you... Yeah, go across the water here. Follow this path around. Okay, there's the flag. That's the flag. Where's the Koopa?
Let's reverse engineer this.
But where is Goomba the Slow?
Ow. Yeah, where is he?
Top 10 actors. Would Johnny Cage be top 3? Okay, so we're talking actors in video games.
Like, their profession is actor.
Yeah, video game characters who are actors. Whoa, whoa,
Don't
whoa,
eat me!
whoa, whoa! Mamma mia!
That's gotta be a horrible way to die, man.
Yeah, eaten by a big fish is probably not my preferred way to go.
Noah, is that you? No, not Noah. Jonah.
Jonah.
Hegel.
Although Jonah didn't die. So, I get...
Yeah.
That's probably worse, honestly. How long do you think, like, you're gonna be in there with all that fish smell?
Yeah, probably not very pleasant.
Not a concept I want to think about too much. Where the hell is Koopa the Quick?
Okay, wait. Another idea. But I guess go through here first.
Yeah.
Thinking maybe like that beach where you saw the little Koopa, maybe go up from there.
Like up there, maybe?
just like up this incline. We are small right now, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, because I think you have to be small to find him. Hey, there he is.
Nice.
I mostly remember this game.
Hey, like, you and I may know this game like the back of our hands, but at the same time, like, we're not perfect at it.
Speaking of Jonah, have you seen VeggieTales, like, at all?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I enjoy VeggieTales, even nowadays. Like, is it silly? Yes, but it's a fun kind of silly.
I haven't seen VeggieTales in like 15, 20 years, so I don't know what they've been doing recently, or if it's as good as I remember.
Come on, Mario.
Oh,
come on!
sucks.
I was trying to do the long jump. Damn it!
I know exactly what happened too. That's not your fault. That's tough. That's really tough.
What the hell, man? Let's see, some other actors in video games. Yeah, Fei Long is an actor. So is Pi from Virtua Fighter. Yeah.
And Will Powers from Ace Attorney.
Yep. Oh, wrong way.
Or Matt Ungard.
See, he's a great actor on multiple fronts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there is a Goomba this slow in this game.
Oh, here's a fun one if we ever did like voice actors. One fun one that I enjoy is Senryo Kyoshiro from Samurai Showdown. He is a kabuki theater actor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his whole thing is like he got bored with like the rigid structure of kabuki, so he learned martial arts, learned how to use a naginata, and incorporated that into his act.
Okay.
Yeah, Kyoshiro is a really cool one because like his whole thing is like, yeah, we're living in feudal Japan, things are terrible, things are horrible, like, you know, we need more smiles in the world, so you know what? I'm gonna like bring a new feel to kabuki theater, and I'm gonna show these guys what it means to have fun, smile, and just have a grand old time. Now, Kyoshiro's a fun character.
I mean, most of the clowns we had, you can argue are actors, but
Yeah.
in this case, I am thinking more of like appearing in like a movie or a TV show or a play.
Yeah, Astra Yao is an actress, but like she's more known for her singing than her acting.
Wait, I think you passed it.
I wasn't supposed to go that way.
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
Oops! I was making this way more complicated than it needed to be.
Oops, you did it again.
I think I'm in love. No, not doing that.
Sally stage play, that's an actor.
Side stage play, yeah, you're right. How much of her acting contributes to her as a character, I'm not sure, though I probably know more if I... Like, you probably would know a little more about it if you watched the Cuphead animated series.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna watch that now because I don't have access to Netflix. I don't want to spend money for access to Netflix. But I don't want to, like, I don't want to just pirate it either because, like, I want to support the people who made the show.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. A lot of streaming services are getting too expensive. There's too many of them.
And it's just becoming a bit...
It feels like nonsensical what show is going to be on what streaming service.
Kinda, yeah. Why did I take all this time to, like, find, like, try and go through this when I just realized, like, I could have seen the flag just from there. That was way easier than I made it.
I should have known because the timer stopped.
There we go.
Here we go.
And I think that's going to be... Well, there is one thing I wouldn't mind doing when it comes to Tiny Huge Island, and that's the boss fight against Wiggler.
Yeah, I think we should do it.
Yeah, because, like, Wiggler is, like, weird. In that, like, I think this is the only time you actually would run into her in this game.
Have you guys ever heard of Kamen Rider? I mean, I've heard of Kamen Rider, certainly.
Kamen Rider.
I've never watched it.
Yeah, Kamen Rider is, like, super popular.
I know people who like Kamen Rider really like Kamen Rider.
Oh my god, yeah. I guess you could say in a similar vein to, like you've met people who, like, love JoJo, and they really, really like JoJo.
Yeah. I'm not even trying to, like, be mean about it. I just know it has a loyal fan base.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no shade or anything like that.
For those of you who watched the Hi-Fi, who didn't watch the Hi-Fi Rush Let's Play, the one time I was talking about how just, like, JoJo fans are always, like, so excited to tell you something's a JoJo reference.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Like, so obvious, like, yeah, I know, Aura, yeah.
Yeah. As a JoJo fan, you're right.
I guess it's because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is, like, at just the right place on the spectrum between being, like, an anime only anime fans watch and being, like, really famous.
If there's one thing that JoJo does really well just overall is making so many mimetic moments that are just endlessly charming and quotable.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, no, JoJo is a masterclass at that.
You got, like, that one frame of the two guys, like, stepping up to each other.
Yep.
You got the gif of, like, two people kicking somebody while they're down, and the third person is sitting in the chair watching, and then they get up and also start kicking them.
Yep. Ah! You flooded my house! Why? Look at this mess! What am I going to do now? The ceiling's ruined! The floor is soaked! What to do? What to do? It makes me so mad! Everything's going wrong ever since I got this star! It's so shiny, but it makes me feel strange!
So what are the power stars? Like, what are the actual effects of these things?
I can't take this anymore! First you get me all wet, then you stomp on me! Now I'm really, really, really mad! Ah!
Look at that. That is the face of rage.
Hey, knock it off! That's the second time you've nailed me! Now you're asking for it, linguini breath!
Yo, hey!
Oh my god!
Racist.
Ouch! Uncle! Okay, I give! Take the star! I feel better now. I don't really need it anymore anyway. I can see the stars through the ceiling at night. They make me feel peaceful. Please, come back and visit anytime.
And then they turn small. And they fall through the...
Bye! Okay, Wiggler. Have a good day.
They're fine.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Miss Wiggler, I'm gonna ask you to calm down.
Yup.
Would
Yup,
you-
here's another one.
Would you make this countdown? Top 10 video game fairies!
Oh, absolutely. Like, that is a countdown ripe with possibility.
Favorite word comic? You want my favorite word?
Dude, you're asking comic.
I love
for your
words.
favorite, for his there's too many.
How do I pick just one word?
No way.
Oh my gosh.
I know you like the longest word.
There's a lot of words that are the longest word.
The one disease that coal miners get.
Pneumonia ultramicroscopic silicosis.
Yeah, that shit.
Mamma mia!
Do you have any plans for April 1st?
Not this time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We tried to do something with our upcoming countdown top 10 thieves, but like
We're behind.
we're behind. Things are crazy. But at the same time, it's like one of those things where it's like we're not gonna get it all every time, so like we're not gonna beat ourselves up about it. Next year, like we do want to do more like April Fool's countdowns because I know like people really like the way we do it. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, you're probably gonna want to grab that thing from the other side.
Yeah, so that I can bounce into that alcove. But yeah, no April Fool's countdown this year. Sorry to say, but you know, we do have plans. We will continue to provide some awesome stuff. Trust me, we got plenty of stuff coming up.
Allie says my favorite word is portmanteau. That's a really strong contender, Allie. Yeah, I do like the word portmanteau.
Because you use a lot of them too.
I like the word penultimate a lot. And though I get to use it less, I like the word anti-penultimate.
I was gonna say, yeah, the anti-penultimate.
Toronto Hibikura, thank you for the follow.
Thank you. Always appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some words like I like. Obviously, like, I like my Spanish curses, clearly. Although, if we're talking a more mimetic Spanish word that I like, have you guys ever seen that one video where, like, this dad is... Oh my god. This dad is, like, practicing words with his baby, and the baby's actually repeating them back, and it's all, like, Spanish words, but then he drops the big one. He's like, Mama, Mama, Papa, Papa, Aguacate, Aguacate, Parangarico Tirimicuaro. I love that video.
That's so cute.
So yeah, one very, very common word in the mimetic zeitgeist of Spanish speakers is Parangarico Tirimicuaro. Which, what does it mean, Oscar? It's a name. It is the name of a city.
Okay. What's your nightmare scenario for worlds represented in Kingdom Hearts? Like what would be like the worst world to be in a Kingdom Hearts game?
Either that or like, oh god, why did they bring this in?
I mean, if it's the worst place that's been a Kingdom Hearts world, I mean, I think most people agree that Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 2 is the worst Kingdom Hearts world.
Yeah. For me, personally, I'm just gonna say right now, Frozen. They kind of dropped the ball with Frozen.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Especially on the like on the curve of like potential to execution. Like I don't know, I don't know if this is true, but it feels like they weren't allowed to make Elsa fight. Because it's like really weird that she's not a party member.
You would think, right? Because like ice powers, come on!
Yeah. I mean, getting the big snowman is kind of cool, but... Yeah, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, I never understood that either.
Putting Let It Go in as a cutscene is weird.
It is.
It's just that's a big flaw. If I had to pick, like, a Disney movie that would be, like, the worst one, like a Disney property I'd never want to see turn into a Kingdom Hearts world. There's a few different ways we can go about this.
High School Musical.
High School Musical, though, is a big one, because that's fresh in my head right now.
Hell no.
What if... Oh my god. Okay, the nightmare scenario is that they bring back the gameplay of Atlantica Kingdom Hearts 2, but it's High School Musical, and you're doing that with, like, get your head in the game and
oh, hell no. Really?
and we're like... And Sora's all like, oh man... Troy really wants to try out for the musical, but then how's he gonna make time for the basketball game? Like, that's the kind of, like...
No.
Bull crap that keeps me up at night. That would be my greatest fear.
God damn it.
Are we going for 100%? I don't think so.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Like, some of the stars that you need to get in this game actually do get kind of to the point of, like, ridiculous difficulty. Plus, it's just gonna take too long. We're not planning on being here all freaking day. Like, you know, for all intents and purposes, like, while I do want to do as much as we can, there's no way we're gonna be 100% in this game. No way. My goal today is to get to the end credits.
Gonna be honest, I really hate Elsa in the Frozen series. I know I don't like Anna too, but Anna has better character than Elsa. I will admit that.
I honestly don't mind the Frozen movies. I'm just gonna say right now, I actually do like them.
Yeah.
Do I think they're the greatest Disney movies? Hell no, not by any stretch of the imagination. But
mean,
they're not bad movies.
Yeah, I think a lot of us got burnt out a lot by just like how much the first one was like getting played and how much we were hearing Let It Go and stuff.
Absolutely, it was the it was the all I want for Christmas syndrome. Like
Yeah.
the fact that like retail workers are going to dread that song during the Christmas season because they just the radios are just gonna play it on like ad nauseum.
Yeah, it wouldn't make my top 10 Disney movies, but I think it's fine.
No, I genuinely like the Frozen movies, quite frankly. I like the second one more than the first one, but, you know, that's just my personal
I've only seen the second one once when it came out in theaters, so there's a lot I don't really remember about it. I remember feeling like it was kind of...
Oh, that didn't work.
Nope.
So I learned that you can actually get that star on that
Yeah.
mushroom by utilizing that Shy Guy. Fly Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's called Fly Guy.
But man, I have such feelings about the Lilo and Stitch trailer.
I'm gonna be real with you, I just can't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the extent of my care for it
Like
at this point.
You'd think I'd just be able to say like, oh yeah, all the live-action remakes are bad and just not care about it, but it makes me angry every time.
No, that's the thing is, like, it's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't like make me feel this way in like, oh, like, you know, I don't care, like, they can do whatever they want. It's more, I don't care for this, specifically because it's so unbelievably unnecessary and pointless, and why are they doing this? It's like, of all the things that you could be wasting your money on, why this? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I figure it probably will make money. These usually make Disney money, and that's the only real reason to make a movie.
Yeah. Which, you know,
Like,
take that for
truly,
what you will.
Like that is why movies get made, is because they'll make money. I forgot all about this, actually. that surprised me.
glad I could regale you with this, once again.
But yeah, it's just, who are they for? Like, and I know there's there's a term I hear a lot, I like using a lot, of two hypothetical moviegoers named Joanne and Cletus.
Oh, yeah?
Who don't really care that much about movies. Like, they're not like the people online talking about movies. They just, like, go to the movies sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's what it's for, because they're going to see a movie and then, like, never really think about it.
Yeah.
And that's, like, who most movies are made for. At least most, like, family movies and stuff like that. And you can get them with the, like, oh, man, remember Lilo and Stitch? Oh, they're making another Lilo and Stitch. I feel like, it makes me feel like I'm watching Lilo and Stitch. You can watch Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
For free.
Not to, like, necessarily defend this, notion either, but it was kind of the Teen Titans Go, argument, where it's like,
oh, it's just content. It's just making content.
Exactly, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I understand the frustration. The original Teen Titans is right there.
Yeah.
You know? It's still there, it's still amazing, it is still a good, like, series.
Yeah, I was never, like... I'm mad that Teen Titans Go, like, basically convinced Cartoon Network not to let any other shows go past 52 episodes, you know?
No fooling.
Like every other show was getting canceled in its first season. That I don't like Teen Titans Go, but as far as the, like, oh man, we don't have more Teen Titans because they're making this instead, that, I don't think that's true.
No.
I think they were done making the original Teen Titans show. This isn't like...
I didn't realize that was wind there. I got lucky.
Yeah, that was lucky. Because I also kind of think the show Teen Titans ended in a good place. Like, would I take another season of it? Like, yeah, if the writers were passionate about making it, but I don't really feel like... And I know it, like, ended on, like, a weird note with the Terra episode, but I don't really feel like we need more of that show.
I can agree. Like, I do understand like a lot of people's notion in like it would have been nice if they ended on a nicer note. Like, I'm gonna be real, like, the episode before that, after they defeated the Brotherhood of Evil, and we got this, like, really sick, like, shot of, like, all of the heroes, you know, all the heroes together, and it's, like, going up against, like, another petty robbery with,
Dr. Light.
With Dr. Light. Like, that would have been a perfect, like, that would have been, like, a perfect, like, cherry on top of that, like, amazing show already. There we go. What the fuck?
Were you having trouble controlling it?
I was hitting an invisible wall.
Oh, weird.
Huh?
Sonic the Jedi, this is where I get... yeah, thanks for coming by. How you doing?
Thanks for coming, dude.
Thoughts on Ben 10 and favorite alien from Ben 10? That's one we might need to get Amber up here for.
Amber! We need you and your expertise!
She says she's coming.
No, like, I like Ben 10, but if you want to talk Ben 10, talk to my wife. What did I just say?
Did somebody say Ben 10?
Hyperfixation.
Yeah. No, you want to talk Ben 10, talk to her.
I am a huge Ben 10 now.
Yeah, no, someone was asking, what we thought of Ben 10 and, favorite alien.
Ooh, okay, so my favorite alien, well, I have a couple favorites, but most of them are from, like, the classics. But there are a couple I do like from Alien Force. From Alien Force specifically, I really like Echo Echo and Big Chill. From the original series, I'd have to say Accelerate, and of course a classic favorite for me is Ripjaws.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, cause fish.
Yeah.
You want to get Amber to like something? Fish.
Accelerate was my favorite of the originals too.
Yeah.
For me, I gotta remember if this was like, this was Alien Force with Upgrade, right?
Yes.
Yeah. For me, if I had to pick my favorite alien, just overall, it would probably be Upgrade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did something really cool with Upgrade too, and like the Generator Rex.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did the thing where it's like they did the crossover with Generator Rex, and like Rex was like worried about like how they were gonna defeat the aliens, and then Ben like pulls the smartest move and like upgrades Generator Rex.
Because of the nanites with his bloodstream.
Super sick.
Oh, that's neat. In Alien Force, didn't Ben's girlfriend have like a pet that was like a little upgrade?
Yes. So it was a symbiote of this one alien dude who basically like split a part of himself off in order to get help. That little symbiote's name ended up being Chip.
Right.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. There's also a character in the like 80s X-Men comic like that too. There was like a sentient ship that they just called Ship.
Yep.
But
The ship.
I wonder if that's where they got the idea.
Yeah, probably.
And also, like, Amber and I both have, like, certain characters that we enjoy. We both love Rook.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Rook is insanely cool.
Oh, he was from the last part of the original continuity, right?
Yeah,
the,
he was part of Omniverse.
That's it, yep.
Yeah, I still think he would make a really good Rook.
I want to cosplay Rook one of these days, absolutely. Oh, no.
Charmcaster.
Charmcaster was a great character.
Mm-hmm. Her evolution over the series is always very interesting, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had a weird, like, not exactly a redemption arc, more like a...
Or like a psychotic break.
Yeah.
Like, she basically had enough. Another one, for me, like, I'm trying to think of other aliens that I like. I love Swampfire. Swampfire was really cool. And, ooh, of the original ones, though, does Ghost Freak count?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, like, I know, like, Ben couldn't really utilize it all too much, but damn did I love the concept behind Ghost Freak.
Doesn't he eventually recapture Ghost Freak anyway?
I believe he does at one point. There's a couple times where he escapes from the Omnitrix. Zaskar, I believe is his actual name. And I believe he escapes the Omnitrix and he becomes like a very prominent evil villain in the series for a long time, and then he's eventually destroyed and brought back to life, and then destroyed again. But I believe the replacement for him in like Alien Force and also the Alien was Big Jim or something.
Got it.
Oh yeah, he could like phase through stuff.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the replacement for Ghost Reaper.
Oh yeah, Alien X was cool just because it was like how to do anything as Alien X. He had to like convince these elder gods to
Yeah,
act.
basically. Oh yeah, and one more alien that is a personal favorite of mine. Let me tell you something, Green Scorpion chat! If you want to pick a favorite alien, you've got to pick Wrath! Because Wrath is a favorite for everyone!
Wrath is like
I fucking love Wrath. And maybe it's just me personally, but I also love the fact that he's voiced by freaking Steve Bloom. Who, fun fact, Wolverine.
Yeah.
You want a beast man, you go to freaking Steve Bloom, man.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like he's like doing like a play on his. It's like he's doing a mockery of himself.
Oh yeah. Nah, I love how self-aware Steve Bloom is about that, and like, no, dude, he does a great job with Wrath.
Oh, Diamond Head.
oh yeah.
Diamond Head's great.
I really like Diamond. I like when you meet the other Diamond Head guy. When you meet the guy from that. Yeah.
Yeah, Tech I believe. His name
Yeah. And that was like the first time you like kind of had to meet another alien of one of the species Ben was turning into.
Yeah, the Chromostone storyline too was also very interesting, like because it was also like very much tied in with like the Chrono Sapiens, which is a Diamond Head species.
Yeah. Thoughts on the reboot Vilgax and the fact he is voiced by former Ben VA Yuri Lowenthal?
Are we talking about the Ben 10 reboot?
I think so.
I didn't watch the Ben 10 reboot, unfortunately. I've heard bad things about it, I'm gonna be real. So I didn't really watch that one.
I think they did crossovers though with like the reboot to like the original Ben.
Yeah,
Like they've done things to like tie it into original continuity.
Sorta, yeah. They did make changes, some of which are questionable, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it is the design of some of the original aliens. I'm sorry, but what they did with Stinkfly in the reboot is a crime.
Oh yeah, they like made him like a guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's supposed to be a bug.
Also, fun fact, something funny that happened with Amber and I, is, we were playing or, like, listening to, no, you know what? I think I was working on a countdown, right? And it was involving, Metal Gear Solid, and that was the moment when you discovered that, the guy who voiced, Uncle Ben
Is Roy
also
Campbell.
voiced Roy Campbell.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
Ben?
because like you were
Ben?
yeah, because you were hearing Roy Campbell's lines, and you were like, wait, I recognize that voice. Who was that?
My
And
grandpa?
we were like, oh, that's Paul Eiding, and we eventually discovered, yeah, Paul Eiding also voiced Uncle Ben,
You mean Grandpa Max?
or Grandpa Max, not
Yeah.
Uncle Ben. What am I thinking?
You're thinking Spider-Man.
You're thinking Spider-Man. Yeah, no, Grandpa Max.
Though
Sorry.
he does kind of fill a very similar role. He is
Yeah.
He's trying to teach Ben great responsibility.
You'll also forgive me because I've been watching the I've been looking at the new Spider-Man series.
Hell yeah.
Super good.
Hell yeah.
Super good.
I mean, Uncle Max does pull an Uncle Ben at one point.
That's
like, in
true.
Alien Force.
I feel like every time there was like a new series, because it was like it went from like the OG to like Alien Force to Ultimate Alien to Omniverse, and every new series you have to be like, okay, so where's Grandpa Max?
Yeah.
Is he dead? Is he in space? Is he in the null void?
Is he in a test tube somewhere?
Yeah,
Any of these are possible.
Yeah.
because we can't have him there at the beginning. Otherwise, he'd just tell you everything you need to know, and there wouldn't be a crisis.
Yup.
My favorite thing to come out of Ben 10 at all is Kevin 11
Oh, yeah.
saying, you have to treat a woman like you treat a car.
Go
Come
on.
on.
No, I sense I've made a mistake.
Oh man, Kevin 11 is amazing.
Top himbo energy.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You first meet him, you think he's like the emo guy, the emo bad boy. No, he's a himbo. He was just waiting for the right circumstances where he could be a himbo. Amber, we got people in the chat saying that Oscar has to do a top 10 bartenders in video games and have you be in there.
There's the toad
Oh,
that
yeah.
gives you the star.
We've actually talked about that a couple
We have,
times.
we have.
Here we go.
One of these days we will.
Let's see. What are my thoughts on Waybig? I think Waybig was a pretty cool alien. I still remember when he was first introduced in like one of the first Ben 10 movies.
Yeah.
Like that was I still remember that being really iconic, and I think his like later appearances too were also pretty well done, even in like the video games and stuff.
I love the fact that you can see Lakitu with this mirror.
Yeah, that's cool. I remember... Wasn't there an episode in the original series that was like in the future? So it was like Ben 10,000.
Yes.
And he has the scene of like, don't you ever like threaten my son again, and he turns into way big and just like beats the hell out of the one guy.
Yeah, that was that episode was about Ken 10 specifically. That was when he.
Oh, there's a Ken 10 now?
Yes, that is the son of Ben 10 Ken.
And that was in the original series. That was like the epilogue to the original series.
Yes, that was the original timeline.
Shows what I know about Ben 10.
Yeah, there's a lot of the Ben 10 lore you need to catch up with, Oscar. I suggest you marathon it.
I mean, it's on Netflix.
You and I have seen plenty of episodes at this point, honey.
I mean, no, we haven't. I've seen a lot of the episodes. You
Okay.
you just play the one scene of Kevin on TikTok.
Hey, I've seen the series, mainly the first season, mind you.
Well, we gotta change that.
Alright, I'm back. What did I miss? Mostly us talking about Ben 10.
Hey Oscar, do you think you can cosplay Fuyuhiko from Danganronpa? Funny thing about that, actually.
I think he can and has.
I have, as a matter of fact. Ay, mama! I forgot about you.
Not funny.
Ben 10's another one like Teen Titans where I'm kind of like I don't need them to keep doing this. I can be okay with that show just being over.
So, I have thoughts and opinions on like what the reboot actually should have been.
Yeah. Yeah, hit us.
So, actually, like, the way the series was originally progressing, like, it's basically a skip forward in time. Like, the original series is, of course, the beginning. Then you have Alien Force, which is around high school. Ultimate Alien is around the end of high school. And then you have Omniverse, which is Gwen getting into the early.
He's a young adult. He doesn't really know what to do. He's just kind of
Pretty
bumming
much.
around.
Yeah, he has a partner now. He has Rook.
Yeah. He's like a superhero, but like in his regular life, he's kind of just like a loser guy.
Yeah, and towards the end of Omniverse, they actually were bringing, like, his name was Trigger at the time, but we later find out, oh, this is actually Ben's son, time traveling.
Oh, okay. So they pull a Cole McGrath sort of thing.
Yeah, and, like, they did confirm, like, that his wife can still be Kai. So it's like, the next step of that, you would think, would be to do Ben 10,000. But no, they just ended up rebooting.
Yeah, I never really understood. Like, I know there's an in-universe explanation with like how that timeline splits, but I never really understood it.
I believe it's okay. So I believe it really started splitting in canonically it started splitting in Alien Force when crap, what was his name? It was like the time traveling dude. It was like Dr.
Oh,
Oh,
dang, yeah.
Freaking, Dr. something. I know it's a very popular, like, name.
I know he was
Professor
also,
Paradox.
Paradox, yes, because he was also the voice of Ducky in NCIS.
Say what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know Ducky from NCIS?
He was
Yes.
he was the coroner.
Yeah, he was the coroner. He played Dr. Paradox.
Huh. Did not know that.
Yeah, I found that out while watching NCIS with my parents at the time.
Ha! That's actually kind of funny. Okay, cool.
But yeah, I believe it started with Professor Paradox and his introduction, and that got us into the whole idea of like different timelines, different dimensions, which Omniverse released for us later down the line. There's like a whole separate
Okay.
timeline where the world, basically
Yeah.
Okay, this ain't working.
There's a line about, like, he, like, saved the entire universe by resetting it, but, like...
No one believes him because
Yeah.
he had to wipe the memories, essentially.
Yeah, because, like, him resetting the universe means nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
And then also, he, like, couldn't get the flavor of his favorite milkshake quite right.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was
the
like
smoothies aren't as good.
Yeah, that was like the one universal flaw. It's like incorrection. It's like, oh, it's not the same.
While I'm here, I might as well grab it.
Here we go!
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do the 100 coins star in this map because it's a little bit too cumbersome. You guys can keep going. I'm kinda just vibing here. Y'all are carrying the commentary at
Sorry,
this point.
I was looking up the name of an actor, but it's a little off topic.
Nah, you're good.
Because I was just thinking about finding out actors are the same in two different things.
One of my favorite things to like figure out about, honestly, when it comes to like researching stuff is that, like, the whole just finding out like what, like, who did what and who like played who in like so and so. That was one of the most fun things to do when we were doing top 10 voice actors.
Oh, Tempest Swarm says, "What's your opinion on Jackie Chan Adventures?"
I love Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah, I thought that was a good show.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Come, give Uncle a hug. Ow! You did not make coffee this morning. Coffee is the only thing keeping Uncle's ancient heart beating. You want that, Uncle?
No.
Then you make coffee. One more thing. You got a call from the university. They want you to translate parchments. One more thing.
I love that show so much.
What was interesting about Jackie Chan Adventures, I mean, one, I loved the talismans.
Yeah.
I, like, wanted the talismans.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's really interesting because we had all kinds of shows like that in the 90s, where, like, there would be like a Hulk Hogan show or a Mr. T show or something like that, where it was like a cartoon made for a celebrity of them just like being awesome, and it was basically just like a commercial for them, where they were this crazy action hero. And Jackie Chan Adventures is the same way. It's Jackie Chan being on all these adventures, except Jackie Chan is like getting his ass kicked all the time.
Yeah.
And he's like a super, like, he's like kind of a bumbling character. I mean, he's like awesome at martial arts, but also like, he's just like going through it all the time.
Oh my god, yeah.
And like,
Like-
Uncle's bossing him around, and Jade's bossing him around.
Like, you could tell that Jackie just kind of was just rather not with all this.
Yeah. And he like, he was an archaeologist, and he really just like wanted to do like real archaeology. Like he wanted to like crush things.
By the way, Josh and Night Fury just asked about a hyperfixation of mine. Yes, I have watched Hot Wheels Battle Force 5, and yes, I loved that show as a kid.
Oh wow.
Dude! Oh man, I remember watching that show and I loved it.
I didn't watch that one, but I remember it being on.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't one of those, like, super amazing shows at the end of the day, but I loved it because it's just, I was a big Hot Wheels kid, so to see it, like, being represented in such a way, I adored it. I especially liked Agura because, like, she did this, like, she had this, like, big, like, monster truck tangler thing, which was super cool.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that one.
There we go, got it.
Given Jackie Chan's film career, yeah, that checks out. He also, Jackie Chan's gotten a lot of injuries on set.
Like, the dude does his own stunts,
Yeah.
so, yeah. Like, that's to be expected. The cool thing is, however, that even in spite of that, the dude is still very passionate about what he does.
Anybody remember Jackie Chan dressed as Chun-Li? Yes, I do.
Yes, that was amazing. Oh, speaking of which, there was this one cosplayer. Ay, mama. Thought I could bypass that. My hat! Where's my hat? There it is. There was this one cosplayer, actually, who was cosplaying Kefka Palazzo at a con recently.
Oh, that's fun.
And what happened, however, is that his cosplay was so good, mind you, to the point where Keiji Inafune himself paid him a visit. And that was awesome.
Wow.
Nice.
Did you visit like met him at the con, or did he just
Met him at the con.
show up at his door?
Like
one day?
the dude I think is a professional cosplayer, so he was in his dressing room getting things ready, like getting himself all dolled up like for a performance or something. And then next thing you know, outside of his dressing room, Keiji Inafune is just right there and is like, "Oh my god, I know you! You're so awesome! Thank you so much!" It was such a wholesome video.
You're my guy. You're the guy I made.
Yeah. Nah, dude, that's always like so endearing to watch. Like no matter who you are.
I had friends in college who were big cosplayers. And
Hi.
One of them went to. Yeah, that went to my college.
Yeah, I know. I'm being stupid.
One of them went as Marceline from Adventure Time to a con, and then met the voice actor of Marceline.
As a matter of fact, a similar thing happened between Amber and I, because Amber and I one time we were cosplaying as Samurai Jack and as Ikra from Samurai Jack, and we ended up meeting Phil Lamar.
Oh, that's neat.
So we were in line for the autographs, and then Phil Lamar saw us, and he was like, "Oh my God, you guys are cosplaying them!" And we were like, "Yup."
I did not know you could stand on this penguin's head.
Oh, did you not?
No.
Come on!
That's a game changer, though.
Well, apparently not, because I got blown away anyway.
Yeah. I guess you need to just let the penguin go a little bit further ahead before you jump off.
Where's my hat?
There's your hat.
Pick up your hat.
Stop losing your hat.
I'm trying. Nope, can't bypass it.
Green Scorpion, I think you meant someone else. Keiji Inafune was Mighty Number 9 dude.
Oh yeah, you're right. Not Keiji Inafune. Fuck.
Nobuo Uematsu, he does music.
No, it wasn't Nobuo Uematsu.
He's the Final Fantasy VII guy.
Yeah, someone refresh my memory, because yeah, you're right. It wasn't Keiji Inafune.
I'm bad at the Japanese names.
I am too. I'm also concentrating here, so forgive me if I got that wrong. Someone in the chat should know.
Oh no,
right?
I was right. Nobuo Uematsu.
It was Omatsu.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
My point still stands, mind you. God damn it!
Wow, that just noped you right off.
Yeah, no, that particular segment is kind of unforgiving.
The wind physics are kind of dumb.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of feedback to where the wind is.
Kind of feel like I'm fighting freaking Kushala Daora here. But yeah, so it was Omatsu. Okay.
Top 10 Aeromancers. This snowman. Best talisman in Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh god, that's a good one.
See, I don't remember this
Rooster was levitation.
Yeah.
Ox was strength. Snake was invisibility. Horse was healing. Sheep was astral projection. Rat was motion to the motionless. Rabbit was speed. Monkey changed things into animals. Dog was immortality.
Thank you for posting that tweet, Magus. Yeah, that's the one I was referring to.
Tiger split you into two. Pig was heat vision. And dragon was shooting big fire. I think that's all.
One of my favorite moments in the show, specifically because it was kind of just really funny, the voice direction with it, is it was during the one of the final episodes where they were doing the final battle. It was basically a battle for all the talismans, and each of the heroes got a single talisman to deal with whatever villain they were fighting, right? And there was this one dude who was fighting El Toro. If you guys remember El Toro.
Yeah.
And the exchange was "Behold my mastery of dark magic." And then El Toro is flying around, dodging everywhere, being able to outmaneuver this guy, and he's just "Behold my mastery of El Pollo."
It was funny whenever they had El Toro and Viper there, because they weren't on most of the adventures, so a lot of times they didn't even know which talismans did what.
Mm-hmm. And then constantly, Jade is, arguing with the kid about, who's better, Jackie, El Toro, Jackie, El Toro, Jackie, El Toro.
I liked when Toru became a good guy.
Oh, Toru was so good.
Toru was the man.
I think you are also one that gives me a star. Yup.
Memory.
Am I good or what?
Here we go.
If you played Echoes of Wisdom, what was the worst and best boss in the game? Best boss, I would say, is either... The final boss against Duma was actually really good. Oh, no. Okay, no, you know what? I know. The best one was Berkut. Berkut was the best boss fight in that game. The worst? Freaking Nui Baba. Hate that map.
Sorry, I'm having trouble remembering them by name.
Berkut is the one that sold his girlfriend's soul to Duma in order to become like a super powerful, crazy person.
Okay.
Really, really cool moment. Nui Baba is the witch in that mansion, and that map is absolutely horrible.
They asked about Echoes of Wisdom. I think you're talking about Fire Emblem Echoes.
It's okay, honey.
I was like, wow, I do not remember these names.
I am
in
confused.
Zelda.
I'm getting all confused up like crazy today. What is wrong with me?
Gotta be honest, I don't remember the bosses super well. I remember the water guy being kind of annoying. But besides that, I didn't like feel super strong about them one way or the other. I think maybe I've been playing too many video games lately because it's hard for me to remember things from individual ones I played now.
No, that's kind of how I've been feeling, gonna be honest with you. Evidence of my confusion just now. Okay, I need to find where the,
I'm addicted to watching Regular Show. Regular Show's a good show.
It's a good show. It's a classic.
That's a good show, yeah. I personally was never big on it, but I can respect it.
I liked regular shows, like, kind of like pseudo-dedication to the drummer from Rush from that one episode.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was really, really clever, and because I remember my dad's a huge Rush fan, so I showed him that, and he's like, oh yeah, I see that.
No, major respect for that. Where's the bomb with the cannon?
Jeppo asked, does Amber have any gaming crushes?
Ooh.
Because Oscar's gaming crushes are well documented.
Okay, so keep in mind, I'm not as much of a gamer as Oscar is.
Or as much of a crush haver.
Well, that's not necessarily true, but
Way to throw shade at me there, man.
Yeah.
Said the ace guy.
That was the nice version of what I could have said.
God, tell me how you really feel.
But I guess some of my crushes
Oh my
in
God.
gaming. I guess my more recent crushes is like Von Lycon, ZZZ.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
I also kind of like what's his name? From like Fire Emblem. It was actually wasn't Fire Emblem.
Keaton.
Keaton, thank you.
Oh yeah, Wolf Guy.
Yeah, I do like Keaton.
I'm starting to sense a pattern here.
Shut. Shut.
Wolf.
You shut. I'm trying to think, like, what else. 'Cause again, I don't play a whole lot of video games.
Wasn't there a couple dudes in like what's it called? Coral Island?
Oh yeah, Coral Island. Well, Coral Island is play games in, so.
That's an easy place to have crushes, yeah.
Yeah. Of that, I like Semaru. I really like Surya. I thought he was really sweet. He reminded me of you. Let's see. There was also the archaeologist. I think his name was.
Oh, I remember him.
He was Alex or something. I need to get back on Coral Island. It's been a while. It's been a bit.
You've been busy. We've all been busy.
Let's see. What else? What else though?
You want to sit, Amber?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. You got it. You got it.
Mario, you gotta work those thighs.
Do some cardio, man.
Honestly, Mario's an inspiration. I wish I could eat as much pasta and do as many backflips as him.
I remember the guy from Golden Gear in Fire Emblem.
Claude?
Yes.
That checks out.
I liked Claude. I thought he was really cute.
Okay, hang on. I just realized there's one in particular that we're forgetting. Freaking Sidon.
Oh yeah. Of course, Sidon.
Yeah, Fishman.
Sidon. Yeah. Wait, I could just look around.
Yeah, just look at posters.
Trevor Belmont, obviously.
Oh, hell yeah.
If there's a character on a poster in this room, chances are one of these two has had a crush on them.
Guilty as charged. I'm not even gonna deny that.
Throw a dart and you'll hit one, but don't, because you'll damage the poster. I'm just throwing shade. There's nothing wrong with having.
Dude, throw as much shade as you
Crushes
want.
on
Like, we're
characters.
best friends here. You deserve it.
Yeah.
You're also certified to do so, because again, you're the ace.
Well,
So she.
I'm one of the aces, yeah. And being an ace doesn't mean you can't have crushes.
Oh yeah, here's the thing. Being an ace means that doesn't mean that you can't have crushes, but being an ace means that you have the wisdom to be able to question others about their tastes.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Karlak, yes. Wait a second. Isn't Asterion one of them?
Yes.
That's where I'm going to start questioning your taste.
Shut. Okay. I can fix it.
The crazy thing is, you can. Oh my gosh. Nah, Baldur's Gate has like no shortage of like amazing characters.
Okay.
All you can simp over.
Can I ask a really incriminating question? Okay, so you've seen the original Beauty and the Beast, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so him as the Beast or him as the Prince?
Okay. So, I do agree with a lot of people that he does look better as the Beast. However, like, the reason he doesn't look as good as when he's a human is because the color scheme is wrong. There's no easy way to say this. He's a ginger! Why is he a ginger in his human form? He is clearly a brunette in Beast form. Why is he not a brunette?
Yeah, I would
You know, actually, that's a good point.
I would think your
I didn't even
fur as a
consider
Beast
that.
would match your hair as
Yeah.
a human.
Also, like, why doesn't he have a beard? He should have a beard.
Yeah.
You know, because it was Disney and they like their like clean-shaven princes and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think that was a very good answer.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point. I didn't even consider the hair color.
Oh, yeah.
Also, like, the way it reveals him is just, like, kind of jarring because he, like, turns around really fast and it's not a flattering view.
No. And maybe it's just me, but his eyes seem very big.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's a weird critique, but it's like, something about his eyes. I don't know.
Like, maybe if we saw him in the movie or in another movie more in this form, maybe there'd be time to, like,
Yeah.
get used to him, but based on what we have.
And we never see what the Beast look like before at the beginning of the movie. Like, we just
Yeah.
know he's like cursed.
I mean, based on, like, what we know, he must have been pretty young when he was cursed, too, so I think he's, like, I think his human form also aged.
Got it.
Yeah, I think in the story it's implied he was like a teenager or something when he got cursed. But at the same time, like, I get what the story is trying to say, but I'm like, you just cursed a random teenager who just like sassed you. Like, dude, that's just like an emo child. Like, let it be.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad because, like, yeah, of course he's, like, self-centered. Look at how much money he has. He, like, hasn't gotten a chance to work on himself.
I just realized something. Did I completely finish Babam Battlefield?
You sure did.
Nice.
Oh, 100 coins, though.
You know what? We might as well, right?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do that.
I saw somebody ask on the chat a while back, it's already scrolled past, but somebody asked, what does it mean to be ace? And I got you, bro. Ace is short for asexual, so it's a sexual preference, like being heterosexual or homosexual.
Yep.
Means generally you're not into sex, but like not all. It doesn't have to be that cut and dry.
Yeah.
Not all asexuals
They're
will never have sex. Some do it if they have a partner who likes it a lot, or some can like it sometimes. It's just not a major major priority for you.
Yeah, basically, like, if you're ace, the general, like, I guess you could say blanket description of it is, it's not a priority for you.
Yeah.
In your mind. Like, you can still enjoy it. Some aces are even, like, sex repulsed or, like, just don't care about it at all.
Yeah.
The point is that it's not a priority in your mind.
And then there's a bunch of like more specific terms that are like within that part, like demisexual or gray sexual, and those all have
Yep.
different definitions. And at the end of the day, like it is kind of just you choose whatever term for yourself you like, and if you don't like having a term for yourself, you don't have to use one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just as there are many colors of the rainbow on being straight, being gay, being lesbian, there are many shades of being ace. And we respect every single one of them here on the Green Scorpion, just so everyone knows. I'm not gonna accept any disrespect.
Got another question here. What would you say are your biggest hear me out crushes?
Ay, mama. See, I'm not one for like the hear me out crushes. I'm not gonna be one to. I'm not gonna be Amelie and be like, okay, hear me out about the Bracken. No, not at all.
I feel most of the time when people do hear me out crushes too, it's like
It's all in jest.
partially in jest.
Yeah.
Partially is being the operative word here.
Yeah, like the original Pokemon Smash or Pass that Markiplier did, like largely a joke.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it really is. Like, we don't actually want to engage in activities with these non-human creatures. I mean, I'm pretty sure some people might, but not here.
Commissioner Mitch says you are allowed to browse and not buy. Very true.
Yeah?
I like that. I like that a lot.
That's pretty good, actually. I'm not gonna...
It doesn't matter where you get your motor running, as long as you park in the right garage.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna joke. Or I'm not gonna lie, that's actually pretty good. Honestly, like, my closest hear me out, if I had to pick one, would probably be Overwatch's Sombra. If only because Sombra has got some, like, you know, questionable history and questionable motivations. But I like her, so, you know.
I mean, and I guess, like, it depends if you mean, like, hear me out, I want to date this person, or hear me out, I would have a one-night stand with this person.
Yeah, therein lies, like, one of the major differences.
Because, like, that definitely, I think, qualifies a lot more characters.
Definitely.
Yeah, I totally forgot about Hades.
Oh, there's plenty in Hades.
Oh yeah, like.
Yeah, the thing is, though, like, these are Greek gods we're talking about. Every single one of them is probably a hear me out situation because they got some issues.
True. No, I was also just thinking back to like video game crushes. Like, and I'm like, how did I forget Zagreus?
I was gonna say, like,
I literally have a statue of him.
No one is going to blame you for, like, liking Zagreus because, oh my god, Zagreus is an amazing person.
Western Echidna says, Oscar knows what mine are. I still don't know why I love Jury and Aki.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a shade for that one because, like, Jury is kind of insane and Aki will literally kill you.
I mean, Jury is, I think, conventionally attractive.
That's true. She's just kind of like, nutso.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if you enjoy that, great.
I don't know what you sex havers like.
Oh my.
Fun fact, actually, the umbrella term for people who aren't asexual is allosexual.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This I did not know, actually.
Somebody who is not an asexual is allosexual. I'm not saying people have to identify as an allosexual.
Right.
It is just a blanket term.
Yeah, which, like, the thing is, like, you don't have to adhere to these terms, but it's one of those things that at least helps, like, explain it.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Also, importantly, it's possible to be asexual but not aromantic.
That's true.
It's also possible to be ace and bi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there really aren't any rules.
Mm-hmm.
Hi-Fi Rush 2. What about Hi-Fi Rush? Hi-Fi Rush. Every character in every character in Hades picked my pansexual tribe. Hi-Fi Rush 2.
Okay, no,
that's fair.
Yeah, no, that is totally fair. God knows there's so many people simping over Corsica.
And I mean, the designers in Hades, I believe, like, came to it with the goal to make every character ridiculously hot.
Oh yeah.
They succeeded.
Yeah, they succeeded.
Yeah, I
the new design for freaking Dionysus in freaking Hades 2 is kind of that design goes hard, man.
It's very on point with the god he is representing.
God knows. Gods know.
Gods know.
Gods no.
Gods, yes.
Oh my god.
Zeus no.
One thing I actually really like about how the story is in Hades is how it just kind of is blasé about, like, when you read Greek mythology, like a lot of siblings be dating each other. There's a lot of, like, incest, but it's, like, not a big deal for gods.
Yeah.
And I kind of like how in Hades it's just kind of, like, hand-wavy about that, where it's just, like, it's Greek mythology. We're not, like, condoning incest. That's just the way it is in Greek mythology.
Oh yeah, like they even have like several like points of dialogue where they actually address that.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, like that is the case. Like,
Zeus and Hera were siblings. Like, there you go. Depending on who you ask, Zeus and Hades and Demeter were,
or Demeter, yeah.
yeah, Demeter were siblings, which would make Persephone Hades' niece, but
Take that for what you will.
like it doesn't matter. They're all like ageless gods, and like
Yeah.
it's not any, yeah, they're not like human beings. It's different.
What I do kind of like, though, is that, like, one character that does kind of question a little bit, or at the very least, like, wants to, like, be conscious of such a thing, is actually Zagreus himself. When you're, like, trying to romance, like, Thanatos and Megara. Specifically because, like, he, like, makes such a conscious effort to try and be respectful about it. And Megara is just like, Zagreus, we're gods.
Yeah.
Okay? We knew, like, I already knew what was going on between you and Thanatos. Thanatos knows what's going on between you and I. You're fine. Okay? You don't have to think about it too hard.
We're all going to live forever.
Like at this point, like that's not really something you really need to worry about.
You're
at
gonna
all.
want to try different things at some point.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
Not like, again, that's just the whole, like, the morality of the gods does not equate to the morality of man. Why, thank you. You gave me a pretty good quote earlier this week, honey. Actually, like, okay, so there's actually one thing I want to give credit to Amber about, and that's the fact that she really, really knows how to make me feel better about everything that's been going on lately. One thing that I've been kind of struggling with lately is the idea of my own patience, because, like, my patience has been wearing thin lately for several reasons.
Yeah, it's tough.
And one thing that Amber said to me over text, I was like, that was shockingly very profound, and I love it, is even if you don't have a lot of patience, so long as you have patience with yourself, that's enough. And I was like, shit, that's good.
That's a nice sentence.
Shit, that's actually really good. Because yeah, no, it's true. It's like if you can't like really deal with the patience for others, at the very least, like patience with yourself might just be enough. I like that a lot. So thank you for that one, honey. I kind of needed that.
Comic book gaming crushes do you have? Honestly, that's a hard question for me.
I've asked John this before, kind of, sorta, and it's
Yeah.
like it's not. I think I know a way we can like ask that question, however, without like putting it into like actual genuine feelings, though.
Yeah.
Characters that you have romanced.
Yeah.
In games that have romance options.
Also, it's like, it's not like there aren't any like women in video games that I haven't thought are cute or pretty.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like Keith Lockhart is extremely attractive. So in Stardew Valley, my go-to is usually Maru.
Ah, okay.
Usually in any game where there's like a dating sim kind of thing, my first thought is to go.
Why did I do this to myself, by the way?
Is to go for the because the star spawned up there. I tend to go for like whatever is the like high intelligence option in dating sims.
This does not surprise me at all. Got it.
Here's another fun rainbow term for you.
Oh yeah?
Sapiosexual is somebody who's attracted to intelligence.
You know what? I actually did hear that one before.
Yeah.
And yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Which I guess would more so make me like sapio romantic, but again, they're just fun words. You know?
Yeah, no, I getcha.
There's not a test at the end, guys. You don't have to learn all of them.
All right, there we go. Bob-omb Battlefield complete.
What's the name of the doctor in Persona 5?
Not Maruki.
Haneki?
No. Freaking
Takemi?
Takemi.
Yeah.
No, is it Takemi? Yeah, I think it is Takemi. You romanced Takemi.
Yes.
Nice.
Now, here's what's weird about it. Here's what's weird about Persona 5.
Yeah.
Is that, I feel like it's a double-edged sword for me. I'm not trying to shame people who make these choices in Persona 5.
Oh, yeah.
You guys do you. But for me, being in my skin playing this game, it's like weird to romance one of the adults because you're playing as a teenager.
Oh, yeah.
But
But
it's
alternatively-
but it's weird to romance a teenager because I'm not a teenager.
Yeah. No, I can understand
And
that.
that feels weird. And sometimes I can like get into the minds like playing Persona 4, I was able to like, okay, I'm playing as a teenager, like oh my gosh, I'm like blanking on so many names.
Yu Narukami?
Yeah.
And like I think it was Yukiko that you liked.
Yukiko.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, Yukiko, let's go.
Mhm.
I do kind of like I don't think it would be very healthy, but one thing I do really like about Persona 5 is how kind of like sleazy and like morally dubious a lot of your like connections in that game are.
Honestly, yeah, because
Because you are acting outside of the law for most of them.
not just acting outside of the law, but almost every single like major character in Persona 5 has some sort of like kind of like morally gray like position with themselves, like for one reason or another. Like sometimes they're like acting like against the law, sometimes like their like decisions are a little questionable, that sort of thing. So yeah, no, like it actually makes a lot of sense.
Tonic, who did you romance in P3? Trying to remember her name. She's the track team manager.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember personally.
Yeah, her name is escaping me.
Yuko.
Yugo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good question. Any characters that have made you question your own sexuality?
Two specifically. I can think of this right now. Garrus Vakarian
Oh, yeah.
from Mass Effect. And this one's gonna be obvious to you. The Iron Bull.
Also another poster in
Yup.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really respect the Iron Bull as a character because he is a great representation of a character who is so unbelievably comfortable in his own skin.
Yeah.
So much so to the point where it kind of bleeds out just from you hanging out with him. And I really respect that for the Iron Bull. I was gonna say maybe Lycon, but like honestly, like I respect Lycon more so than like I am attracted to him. Though jury's out on Lighter.
Yeah.
Lighter's great.
He's pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm.
No,
He's pretty smooth and he's just cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I'll admit I had a bit of a girl crush on Caesar when she first came out.
Oh, like.
Because she's a hopeless romantic. But she likes to hide it behind a like cold exterior. She's a sweetheart, like, and I'm like, oh, she's cute.
Strong-willed woman who is a hopeless romantic, who is an absolute sweetheart. I don't think it should be a surprise that I find Caesar absolutely attractive.
She's also a tomboy.
She's also a tomboy! Oh, god damn it! It's like, there's something to be said about a strong-willed woman who, like, actually gets emotional at, like, romance movies. Like, come on, man. You're not even being fair to me here.
Hey, Comic, what about male relationships in games, if any?
Ow!
I don't recall if I've ever, like, chosen a male option, if I've ever chosen a male character in a game.
Have you ever played a female MC in a video game?
I'm sure I have, but...
Like in Fire Emblem, maybe? Like Byleth or Corrin at all?
I've done runs of Byleth, both male and female, so yeah. I'm trying to remember who I ended up with when I was then Byleth. That might have been...
Hey, mama!
That might have been Dorothea.
Good choice. Good choice. Dorothea, like, is actually kind of funny for me, personally, because, like, I think her character is absolutely incredible. I love her, like, story and, like, everything about her. Me, personally, I probably wouldn't date her, though. because goddamn, that woman's got issues. Though I think this person's got issues pretty much describes the entirety of the Fire Emblem Three Houses roster.
Yeah.
Why is it hard to get onto that thing?
Why is female Violet so hot to me?
It's the tights.
Because
It's the tights.
Because somebody got paid to make a character who was attractive. That's why.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's okay, honey.
You really managed to pull defeat from the jaws of victory there.
What is that hitbox? What is that hitbox?
I was rewatching your Mad Scientist video. I realized something about the medic. He says that his patient woke up, their skeleton was missing, and the doctor was never heard from again. I only now realize that this implies his patient was sentient, awake, and alive without his entire skeleton. It does, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the nut job that is the medic.
The other thing, though, a lot of times when I play, games that have like a romance side quest,
Yeah.
or something, is that oftentimes I'm more so thinking about the character I'm playing as a character, not necessarily as in itself.
Yeah.
So then it's more like, because it's very easy for me to get behind, just like love stories and anything.
Oh yeah.
Like I love love stories. I love love.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
People just like starting to date and finding out they like each other is so cute.
That's why I really like the story behind Celica and Palm from Fire Emblem Valencia.
Yeah, I like them.
And of course, like this is why we really like the support conversations that end in some kind of romance. Though I will say I really like the old ones because like it's implied until like after the credits roll. Like one of my personal favorites is I recently did a playthrough and I ended up using Legalt and Isadora.
Yeah.
Their story is tragic. Cause it's like they fall in love, and they realize that they do have feelings for each other, but they can't be together because like, you know, Legalt has to go back to Bern and Isadora is a knight of Foray, right? And it's implied later on that they did have feelings for each other and they actually did genuinely love each other. But later down the line, when Bern goes to war with Lycia, they meet each other on the battlefield again and they're enemies.
Oof.
And it's like, damn, dude, that is tragic. But
Yeah.
why is that such a good story? Ow! I forgot there were bullet bills in this game.
All is fair in love and war.
God damn it.
Getting a little overexcited there.
Oh, another one easily. Jafar and Nino. What a story, those two. And I know, I'm biased, like Fire Emblem 7. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, it's like kind of the best Fire Emblem game, so.
Kinda, yeah, so, like, I'm not gonna apologize for that one. Where are the other coins? I'm missing 2 red coins here.
Did you get the one on top of the clump?
I did not.
There is one on top of one of the thwomps.
The thwomps or the womp block?
No, the blue thwomps.
So which ones are the thwomps and which ones are the womps?
The ones that fall that are just cubes are thwomps. The ones that walk around are womps.
Got it.
Womp womp.
And also, if there are mini versions of them in some of the games, and they're called thwimps, and the mini versions of the womps are called wimps.
Really?
Yeah. Do you think I would joke about something so serious?
No, you wouldn't.
As thwimps and thwomps and wimps and womps? And grindles and spindles?
There is a poem you can do there.
There was actually a bit by Brian David Gilbert about this because he did a video about Bowser's army and like war crimes and stuff.
Oh
like that.
yeah. I think I remember seeing that.
And there's a part where he does it. There's thwimps and thwomps and wimps and womps and grindles and spindles and thwomps.
I love it. There we go, baby.
I thought Comic said Ron Gilbert. No, I think I'm saying his name right. Brian David Gilbert. He does a lot of stuff with Dropout now. He used to be on Polygon with the Unravel series. He's also the voice of the Winter King in one episode of Fiona and Cake, and he's amazing.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, did you watch Fiona and Cake?
Not a lot of it, but I have seen a couple of episodes here and there.
It's pretty good. There's one where, because it's them going to a lot of different, like, parallel realities.
Yeah.
And they're going with Simon Petrikov, who, like, was the Ice King.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're trying to find a new Ice Crown so they can make him the Ice King again so he can save Fiona and Cake's world.
Yeah.
Even though they know that that's going to make him insane.
Yep.
And he's, like, worried about that.
Okay, so remind me how this clock works.
Basically, wherever the hands are, there are a few different versions of like how everything in the stage moves. So there's a way for it to be frozen, for it to go slowly, for it to go quickly, for it to go backwards,
And for it to go absolutely jumbled the fuck up.
Yeah. So basically, just if you remember what time it is when you jump in, and if you don't like that configuration, give a different time next time.
I'm gonna try 12 o'clock. Cause yeah, that is a whole thing with TikTok clock.
Yeah. Simon just cannot catch a break, can he? Absolutely true.
No,
He's
no, he can't.
Love Simon Petrikov.
It's one of those things where it's like, no matter what you do, fate finds a way to catch up, and that is unfortunately Simon Petrikov's fate.
Meadow Sworn asks, so we know Amber occasionally makes game-themed drinks. Have any of you tried making game-themed recipes? Yeah, actually.
Oh, absolutely!
I do have one of those, like, video game cookbooks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've made I think the only one I've made out of there, though, was, they had a Kupasta from Thousand Year Door.
Oh, okay.
Which is basically just, pesto... pesto spaghetti, which I can make anyway.
Right.
But I did it the way they said.
God, speaking of video game food, God knows, like, I think Capcom announced a release of, like, a Monster Hunter cookbook because, like, Wilds, like, went crazy with that concept. Like, they have, like, whole-ass recipes in Monster Hunter Wilds that's, like, super fun. And, like, God knows, like, people are making that a meme.
So it looks like 12 o'clock is the nothing moves.
Yeah, that is
configuration.
the frozen time freezing thing, which is perfect because like that's actually how you do these red coin star.
We got a redeemed Ask the Green Scorpion.
What do we got?
Speaking of cooking, have you ever heard or watched You Suck at Cooking? I don't remember. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
Why put it up there?
Amber got me into How to Drink.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, How to Drink is great. Obviously the popular one is Bitching with Babish.
Yeah.
Which is like super entertaining.
I did learn how to make the pasta specifically from Luca.
Oh yeah?
From that channel, which
Nice.
is also a Tessa thing. Yeah, so I don't do it all the time because it takes a lot of time, but I like to hand make my own pesto sauce.
Mmm. Cool. Wow, that was a last one. Things are still frozen.
Yep. Oh wait, what time was it this time?
1 o'clock. I guess,
Because there will be ones that you can't do with everything frozen because you need, like, one bridge to move.
Yeah.
But this will make it easier to, like, get to the top.
Like, if I can't do the one that's, like, on the title, at the very least I can, like, make my way towards another one.
Oh, apparently it's based on the minute hand.
Oh!
Not on the hour.
Okay, got it. So, thank you.
I would love a Mega Man and Mario cookbook.
Oh, you know what? There you go.
Ali says I make fantastic Alfredo. Thank you.
Amber's definitely the cook in this relationship. Which, by the way, I just realized that she left.
They released a Persona cookbook?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds cool. Oh man, I want to make curry. I want to make Sojuro's curry.
Okay, I want to keep it frozen for now.
Karlak is arguably my favorite character, and to be honest, she has really great muscles. I think we're talking about Crush again.
Yep.
As a tabletop RPG, I realized I like to play two types of characters, Puff Bonehead and Tiny Gremlin. Both great character types.
I was telling John the story of a campaign session we had like last night with Josh Scorcher and them, and two of the players, Katie and Charlie, play two characters named Beltane and Sigrid. She's that.
Oh, Black Charizard, thank you for the gift sub.
Thanks, dude.
Or is that Magus Andrews who did the gift sub?
No, Black Charizard gave it to Magus.
Oh, has it been Charizard this whole time?
Oh, you thought it was Charizard?
I thought it was Charizard.
Yeah, it's Black Charizard.
Nice.
But yeah, no. Fun fact: Black Charizard is actually my old college buddy Charles.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's a really awesome dude. I still remember we were playing like the likes of Smash Brothers fighting games, Magic the Gathering, for a good while, and just having fun in the game room. Now, I do miss some of my old buddies from college. Particularly, like Charles was great. I still talk to Sade, and I still remember Shashank. Charles, you remember Shashank? That guy was awesome.
I'm like really bad at keeping up with people if I don't like see them physically regularly.
You're not alone in that. The reason I've kept up with Charles is like honestly because of the fact that he's like actually one of my patrons.
Yeah.
So like he and I talk on the regular online.
That's cool.
Sade like was like one of the reasons like or one of my greatest friends going to Temple. So like I still keep in touch with her. She's in Japan now, and like you know there are difficulties, but she's doing good. And I still catch Shashank every now and again when like we're online on the League and stuff.
Oh, that's some good N64 jank there.
Man, blazing through freaking TikTok clock, man. Have I played the new Skull update? I haven't, believe it or not. I actually didn't get around to playing the Dark Mirror yet. I gotta get on that. There's a lot of games that I gotta catch up on, like, because I know Darkest Dungeon 2 got, like, some recent updates as well, and I gotta get on that.
It's kind of stressful following games that have updates, because, like, I tend to put a game down after I finish it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, like, stressful knowing that, like, oh man, I have to go back to this one. And, like, I don't have to, but, like, I want to.
Exactly. Heyo.
This is the inspiration for possibly my favorite Mario Kart track.
Oh, yeah.
Love TikTok Clock. I liked it a little bit more in Mario Kart DS, but Mario Kart is
Man, we gotta get back into playing like Mario Kart and Mario Party. What was it? Mario Party Superstars?
Yeah, Superstars, Jamboree, whichever.
Jamboree, that's it. Who is your guys' favorite character in the Owl and episode in the Owl House?
Oh, I do know my favorite episode in the Owl House.
Oh yeah?
And the episode is called Knock Knock Knocking on Hootie's Door.
Oh my god.
And I think it's a really impressive bit of, like, TV show writing. Because it feels like it's going to be the most, like, filler episode of just, like, oh, giving, like, Hootie, the side character, like, an episode to himself. But it's actually, like, the least fillery episode and, like, resolves, like,
a lot of
three major plot threads.
Yeah, like, a lot of, like, the lingering, like, situations of, like, oh, jeez.
You get,
damn.
You get Luce and Amity finally dating in that episode. You get, King's roaring power in that episode. You get Harpy Ida in that episode.
Yo, Harpy Ida was badass.
And it's all framed around
Hootie just wanting to be helpful.
Yeah, and like every time he does something he thinks he didn't help them.
Yup.
Because like he leaves just before it gets resolved.
God damn it.
it is an amazingly tightly written episode.
I am actually going to switch it up. I'm gonna go over here because I think this was the final. This is the last course.
I used to be able to do a Hootie voice. I don't think I can do it anymore. Favorite No More Heroes assassin and favorite assassin death.
Oh, God, I gotta remind myself of that one.
First, top of my head is Alice Twilight. Just
Definitely.
because she's cool and
Definitely.
she has a lot of pathos to her.
Like, honestly, like, Alice kind of, like, covers all the bases, when it comes to that sort of thing. Ay, mama.
It's kind of funny how a lot of people are like, I wish this was the final boss.
Yeah. Well, because Jasper Bat Jr. was just, like, horrible.
Yeah.
But, like, I can understand the idea of, like, you know, it being purposefully horrible, but, like, purposefully horrible is still horrible.
I can get behind it being a troll. I can get behind it being trolly, but it should also be good.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't even have to be the best fight in the game. Like, if you want to go it that way, fine, sure, whatever. Just, like, you know, make it good at least.
Oh, and favorite character in Owl House. I mean, Hootie's great, but probably my favorite character is Rainbow Wizard. They're so cool.
For me, Amity.
Amity's
I
great.
love Amity's entire character arc throughout the entirety of Owl House.
I'm gonna say mine is
Oh, Willow's wonderful.
Willow's great. She's like actually probably the most powerful out of the five.
Honestly, though, like, you know what it reminds me of? Like, she's like a expert in like plant magic. It kind of reminds me of like, have you watched Sky High?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
And it's like there was that like one girl who had like plant powers, and like she was like relegated to like the sidekick classification. But no, it turns out that her powers actually really goddamn dangerous.
Just because like she didn't really want to like show off at the exam, so they made her a sidekick.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, like she's going up against the cloning girl,
Yeah,
and like she shows off exactly what she can do. And that was basically Willow, because like, dude, don't mess with plants.
Yeah.
Okay, plants are actually kind of insanely powerful. Oh, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way? I'm going this way. I don't remember how to get to the ship.
Got any favorite characters in Wilds, and why is it Rogue?
I do like Rove. He's, oh dude, you would actually enjoy Rove. So, there are these like, there's this like race of creatures in Monster Hunter Wilds called the Woodwoods. They're kind of like the Palicos, except like they're more bestial, more like tribal and more like wild. And then in the Ice Shard Cliffs, you meet this guy named Rove, who's also a Woodwood. But whereas most Woodwoods speak,
You are here. You are the visiting, and you are bringing us the tributing. Please show us the tributing so that we may help as Tim.
right? That's most of the Woodwoods. Rove is about as sardonic as the shopkeeper from freaking The Messenger.
Okay.
So he's like, I see I find myself in quite the precarious situation. A monster dancing in the wind. Its poison seeping into me like water through the great rivers of the forest. Will this be my demise? Will fate decide that this is where my path ends? Or will the great saviors who are presented to me have the capabilities of rescuing me from my great fate? Rove is amazing.
So he's just like really loquacious.
Yes. Like, excellent vocabulary, especially for the likes of a Woodwood. But yeah, no, Rove is wonderful.
Posture check.
Thank you. For me personally, though, like, my favorite character from Wild is definitely between Alma or Gemma. Because Gemma's just really badass, and I love the fact that she's, like, basically confirmed to be Little Miss Forge from Monster Hunter Generations.
Oh, cool.
And Alma's just sweet. A lot of people made that comparison of like she's basically the handler from like Monster Hunter World, but good. And while I think that's a little bit of a derivative comparison, because I'm a defender of the handler from Monster Hunter Worlds, I can kind of agree with it to an extent, because like they basically made Alma just great.
Sorry, I never have much to say when you talk about Monster Hunter. I haven't followed.
You're not. I don't blame you at all, because it's not a franchise you're into.
That's one where I just get lost.
Ow!
I'm sure they're great games. I just never played them.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. God knows Amber has to hear me talk about it all the time.
I would say it is nice this time around though because you're playing on the PS5 and I can just like be there next to you.
Yeah, when
instead
like
of,
we're downstairs, you're like doing the arts, I'm doing the monster huntings.
Yeah, or I'm on TikTok and stuff. Like it's nice for once, like not like
Having to be up here.
not especially like not you being on the PC where I can't get you.
It's nice being able to see my husband, you know?
Kinda.
This shade that I'm getting from y'all.
It's wholesome.
Oh no, it's absolutely wholesome shade. It's still shade though. I enjoy you guys.
We enjoy you too, Oscar. You're enjoyed.
Well, I certainly hope I'm enjoyable in some degree, otherwise I wouldn't be a very good YouTuber now, would I?
Well, we got 40 viewers on Twitch who think you're enjoyable currently, so...
What makes me a good YouTuber? If I were a bad YouTuber, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with y'all, now would I? Where's this last coin?
There's a character named Coin in the Discord.
There it is.
That's what the word coin is making me think every time I hear it.
There's also a guy named Coin in Joe's campaign that we're doing right now, and his whole thing is that like he's a character whose patron is the goddess of luck. So every time he has to make a decision, he has to flip a coin.
Oh, cool.
It actually came to a bit of a conflict recently because he flipped a coin to decide on whether to intercept into a situation that is really, really crucial. It said tails, so it was like, I'm not gonna do this. No, I have to intervene, otherwise shit's gonna go down. So he intervened, and he kind of inadvertently betrayed his god. Or betrayed his goddess.
Okay.
So, we're currently in a situation where the character is, like, not talking to us because, like, he's kind of conflicted with the whole idea, like, I betrayed my patron, but I also understand that this was the right thing to do. So, like, he's kind of going through an existential crisis right now.
Word Alchemist asked, could you guys co-op Split Fiction or It Takes Two? Is Split Fiction the new one by them? Is that the same company?
Yeah, I think I haven't seen that one. I know It Takes Two.
They also did A Way Out, and they did Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which is the only one of those games I've played.
There's one other that, like, I know some people asked me that if we could collab one of these days, and it was the one where, what's it called? It's the one where you're prisoners and you're chained up and you gotta, like, climb, like, climb the prison to get out, to like, get out.
I think that's called, like, Chained Together or something.
I think so, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know if we would have the patience to do
Yeah.
We would probably have the patience to do that, but gosh darn it, it would take a while.
We could play that first, and then we could play It Takes Two to work out the problems in our marriage.
Oh my god.
Oops. Yeah, I saw you were trying to do backflip there.
Yep. It's okay.
It just, like, wasn't quite
The
happening.
carpets respawn, thankfully. A Way Out, that's what it was called, yeah.
I'd love to see Oscar and Amber play It Takes Two and Split Fiction. Yeah, that would be a good one for the two of you, too.
Mm-hmm. I considered doing It Takes Two.
Pat's been wanting to play A Way Out with me, so he might.
Oh boy.
We might do that. I don't know if he means as a Let's Play or just to play it. I don't know.
I'd be down to just play it overall, honestly.
Not A Way Out. This is a different game. No, sorry, I'm correcting Jeppo. A Way Out is a co-op game, but there's a different game that's just platforming up a really tall chasm, and you are chained together.
Yep.
A Way Out is a different game. Oscar and John playing Split Fiction while answering viewer questions, LOL.
Whew.
Nice.
Whew.
Clutch.
I would love to see you two play Gunfire Reborn. I've never actually played it, so
I would be curious to see how you would handle Gunfire.
yeah. I do like of those games. The one I want to try the most actually is Risk of Rain 2.
Ooh, I would love to like help you out with that one.
Because I've watched you and Wombu and Wave and other people play it.
I'm shocked that fire didn't hit me.
Yeah, I really thought that was gonna get you. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid.
On our way to collect the power stars to save Princess Peach. I don't know.
I can open your eyes, playing Mario Wonder, over, sideways, and under. That star is just out of reach. The 15th world. The last one before we fight the boss.
We are the rising star. We'll go so far. I don't know. Well, that was fun.
Don't you dare close your eyes. Hey, how many of you out there have seen Twisted, The Tale of a Royal Vizier?
I have not, as a matter of fact.
That's a Star Kid musical. That you would probably know them best from the people who did a Harry Potter musical, but
Got
the
it.
stuff they've done since then is like leagues better. They're like really professional now, actually. So Twisted is basically the story of what really happened in Disney's Aladdin, and it follows Jafar. So like, you know how Wicked is about the witch?
Yeah.
This is Aladdin, but it's about Jafar.
Huh.
And it's,
I never actually watched that.
and it's him trying to save Agrabah, and like the Sultan is just kind of like wasting money and throwing it away.
Got it.
It's really good.
Twisted, you think that'd be a spin-off of Tangled?
Yeah, I think that they were also. I think they were also kind of trying to make it sound because it's another Disney movie, but there's a lot of Disney references in it. The beginning of it, like everybody in town is like very like Disney pilled, where they're like singing this song about like if you just dream a little bit harder.
Oh my God.
And Jafar's the only one who's like, no, you have to do work.
Got it. Yeah, that sounds about right.
We can't just sit here and wait for
accident.
things to get better. And then there's this amazing song towards the end of it where Jafar has just like been pushed to his wit's end. He steals the genie's lamp and he's like, I'm gonna use this to fix things. Aladdin has just has just accused him of being an evil sorcerer.
Yeah.
Which in this Jafar isn't a sorcerer, he just understands science.
Got it.
Because he does something where he like makes a concoction that makes smoke, and Aladdin's like, look at him, he's a sorcerer. But so he like sings this song while he's like having like a private consciousness, and in this kind of state, he gets like he's like it's like in his own head. He's thinking about what he should do, and he gets visited by Ursula from The Little Mermaid, and she's like, sometimes when you do the right thing, you get remembered as the bad guy. And she comes forward with this whole. She sings this verse about how like she was the rightful heir to Atlantica, but her brother had her exiled to live in the depths, and it was easy to do because she was like, everybody thought she was fat and ugly, so like she did it. And then Scar comes out, and
Oh my
Scar's
God.
like, I was trying to make a work like the Pride Lands where lions and hyenas were equal, and
Why is it so hard to get that star, by the way?
and like everybody was mad at me because there happened to be a drought when I took the throne. That's not my fault.
Oh my goodness.
And Gaston comes out.
Oh goodness.
And he's like, I was trying to save the girl, but she had fallen in love with the buffalo monster. How was I to know she would fall in love with her captor? That doesn't seem entirely healthy to me. And
I mean, yeah.
it's just amazing.
Okay, is there an easy way to get this goddamn star? Oh, you know what? I got it. There we go.
Here we go.
At the end of the song, then you have all these Disney villains all saying like, "I only wish for love. I only wish for equality. I only..." And Captain Hook is out there and Maleficent and all that, and like, "I just wanted to be included. Oh, I was just trying to teach Peter Pan some responsibility." And Cruella de Vil comes out and she says, "All I wished for was a coat made out of puppies." And they're all like, "Why would you do that?"
Yup.
And they like,
Yup.
they boo her off stage.
You found 70 power stars. The mystery of the endless stairs is solved thanks to you. And is Bowser ever upset? Now, on to the final bout. So, yeah, we can take on the final boss now. How are we looking on time, actually? I don't even know what time it is right now.
It's like,
Almost 5 o'clock.
yeah, so we've been going for 5 hours.
Not bad at all. Dude, 5 hours to beat this game?
Yeah.
Not bad. So yeah, at this point, like, unless there are like any other secrets or like Easter eggs or like if you guys want me to tackle any other like stars, we could probably like finish this within the hour. What do you guys think? Should I like collect a little more, like go around, do a little bit more, or do we want to just go ahead and like call it a day now?
Votes in the chat. Votes in the chat.
In the meantime, I'm going to make my way. Like, I don't know if there's like a specific star that is like iconic or something that any of y'all want me to like tackle or anything like that.
If we were playing Sunshine, it would be a demand to do like the pachinko game or something.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Oh boy.
Jeppo says,
Collect some more.
Ian says, "Nah, win it, bro."
Alright. I would say do the final bout and see if there's like extra stars to okay, that's actually a good one. Best up Bowser.
Let's best them up.
Alright, yeah, no, like, everyone's like, yeah, we might as well just go ahead and, like, finish it up now, and if we want to do more and we feel like it, then good. If not, we can probably just call it a day. Yeah, like I said, we've been at this for 5 hours.
Do the back long jump up the endless stairs. I don't think he can do that in this version, unfortunately. I think that was patched.
Yup. Nah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do it, personally. How did I run into that? I wasn't even...
I was looking at chat. I didn't see what happened.
I didn't even press, like, I ran into the wall, but, like, it's as if I pressed the B button, but I didn't.
Best AA girl overall. Do you mean Ace Attorney?
I'm going to assume it's Ace Attorney.
Best Ace Attorney girl.
IFA.
I mean, great character, yeah.
Alright. I am going to do one thing, however. Because of consistency.
Oh, yeah, we did on the other one, so let's go.
We might as well, right?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't even, like, I knew, like, we weren't going to take too long in beating this game, but 5 hours? I'm kind of proud of that one, honestly.
I do really like Trucy Wright.
Oh, Trucy's great. I think some people were like may have felt a little bit conflicted about her, but like I'm an Athena Sykes defender. I think she's a wonderful character.
Athena Sykes is cool, yeah. Yeah, I wish we got more of her. Do we ship Phoenix and Miles?
No.
Here's the thing. I think we have pretty much in the text that they have a secret thing going on. Not really, but like they're very close. So what sold it for me, right?
Yeah.
Dual Destinies is where you see Edgeworth for the first time in like modern games.
Yes.
Okay, so they're having a case. It's either that one or it's the DLC case in Spirit of Justice.
I think I know the moment you're talking about.
But one, I think that's really cool because it basically reveals that like Phoenix and Edgeworth have stayed in touch this entire time.
Oh yeah.
And I can kind of picture is when like Phoenix got disbarred and stuff like that. That like, you know, Edgeworth could have helped because he was the chief prosecutor. But Phoenix probably didn't want his help, and besides, they were kind of like working on a thing anyway to take Clavier Gavin down.
I wouldn't be surprised if Phoenix and Edgeworth were in contact that whole time, and Edgeworth and Phoenix were like, yes, I am Phoenix is like, yes, I am disbarred right now, so there's not much I can do about it. But what if we use this to our advantage? And Edgeworth might have been like, you know what? Fair. No, no one would expect you to be involved now that you're out of the office.
North, thank you for the resubscribe. He says, over 4 years subbed and over 10 years as best buds.
Hey.
That's sweet.
Nah, it's always a pleasure, North.
Yeah, they even say that, since Phoenix was disbarred, like, since he was outside the law, he was able to kind of act more secretly.
Yes.
So Edgeworth actually had him collecting information on the Simon Blackwell case, because Edgeworth knew that Blackwell wouldn't have really killed somebody. Okay, so there's all of that.
Yes.
So they remained friends even when Phoenix wasn't technically a lawyer. More ridiculous, though, during one of the cases, because even though they're friends, Edgeworth goes right back to destroying Phoenix in the court.
Yeah, and like I like the fact that like Phoenix and Edgeworth have that attitude towards each other in the courtroom, but they both understand that it's just them doing their jobs.
Yeah. So at one point it's about things disappearing. And Phoenix is like, well, where, like, that couldn't have just disappeared. And Miles' defense is like, well, I've been to your daughter's show, and she was able to make something in a box disappear. And one that's kind of crazy, because it's like, Miles, that's a magic trick. Dude. But, more importantly, Miles is going to Phoenix's adopted daughter's magic shows. That's so freaking cute.
Yup.
I think there's another coin behind the pipe. There's gonna be a
Alright, how many of those do I have right now?
So if you turn the camera all the way around, keep going, and then go to the edge. Oh no, was I wrong?
Oh, down there!
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
I'm still missing one. Damn.
Favorite of the Team Chaotix characters? I guess Espio.
I gotta do a little bit of exploration. Oh, there it is!
Oh, nice. Exploration here represented as Mario falling great distances. Would Trucy be on a top 10 magicians list? If we were doing like people who are doing like stage magic, I think so.
There is actually something I wanted to bring up when you were talking about like whether we ship Miles and Edgeworth, or Miles and Phoenix.
Yeah.
And the reason I said no is because Edgeworth wouldn't. We kind of got a sort of confirmation that Edgeworth is in fact completely an early ace.
I mean, Edgeworth is giving hard ace vibes, don't get me wrong.
Well, okay, in one of the cases later on, in one of the DLC cases, right? I think it's either Spirit of Justice or Dual Destinies, right?
Yeah.
They're talking about this dude who managed to climb out of a moving, like, vehicle and managed to save, like, the person he loved by climbing out, like, I think it was, like, outside the, like, deck of the ship or something like that. And Phoenix is like, yeah, it normally would be impossible, but this guy, like, managed to do it because he wanted to save his loved one so bad. So, what you're saying is, it was the power of love! And Edgeworth is just like, utterly ridiculous. And then the judge is like, now come now, I have a wife myself, and I can understand the power of being in the moment when you're so madly in love. I'm sure, Edgeworth, that once you are married, which I won't.
And what exactly is wrong with choosing not to be wed?
Yeah.
Yeah, he straight up says it. He doesn't want to get married or anything.
Miles definitely doesn't want to get married.
No, he is married to his work.
Yeah, whether or not you think Phoenix and Miles are doing, to use a lawyerly term, pro bono work. I do think Miles gives really strong ace vibes.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I personally believe that he is absolutely, utterly ace. Maybe even arrow ace. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, the dude is a very pragmatic individual, and he loves what he does.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't the Orca case. I was thinking maybe it was when he's the DLC case in Spirit of Justice when it's the blimp.
Yes, yeah. Oh, the blimp. That's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy climbed outside the blimp. That was the case I was thinking of. All right, ready to finish this?
I'm ready.
This song, baby.
Mario, you again. Well, that's just fine. I've been looking for something to fry with my fire breath. Your star power is useless against me. Your friends are all trapped within the walls. And you'll never see the princess again.
I'm gonna be real. I kind of dig this more sinister Bowser.
I like the color palette he has here.
Mm-hmm. And gosh, this theme, Ultimate Bowser is such a good track. Ah, nuts! The fire. Ew! Well. Yeah, that's the thing. This Bowser is actually kind of not a joke. Like, he's not hard, but he's not easy either.
Yeah, I usually have a little bit of trouble with this one. Just because, like, I hate aiming him into the bombs.
Mm-hmm. And it gets even harder when he breaks up the floor. Like during the last phase. Ah, nope. Yeah, it is actually really tough to aim this properly. There is a way to cheese this, but I don't want to do the cheese.
Yeah, I see speedrunners do, like, crazy, like, they kind of just, like, dive into him, and then suddenly they're on the other side of him, moving his tail.
The specific cheese that I know of is that if you walk up to one of the bombs, he will charge at your ass, and when he does, you can backflip behind him and then grab his tail, and you can just like let it go and
you
put
can
him
just
in
kind
the
of like.
bomb. Yep.
Speaking of the Ace Attorney, what's the worst culprit?
Got it.
Seeing as there's more than 50 cases, I don't know if this is going to be like the absolute worst one. But like,
it depends on your definition of worse. It's like, is it the worst because he was terrible at trying to get away with it, or is he worse because of moral reasons?
Yeah. Like, if it's just like, I don't think this character is really great, I'm thinking maybe the second case from Destiny's. The guy with like the hair dye, and that's the yokai one.
Nope.
So long, Gay Bowser.
This is a detail that I'm pretty sure is like very like obvious nowadays, but I like the fact that he changes the platform into a star.
I bet there's really bad culprits that I'm like not thinking of right now, but
Nope.
I can think of this for Danganronpa really easily.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a character who gets revealed as a culprit and it ruins their character.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And
oh no.
It was like a character I
Oh jeez. Well, my bad. Go on. Sorry.
No, that's alright.
Are you talking about
Danganronpa 3 Case 3.
Oh, God. Okay, not the one I was thinking of.
There might be another example too, I don't know.
Maybe it's just because her character is terrible in my opinion, but Mikan.
I'd say that case is the only time Mikan gets kind of interesting.
Fair enough.
That's like the opposite for me.
That's fair actually. I'll grant you that one.
Scarlet Torchic, yes. Because I actually kind of liked him until the plot reveals with that case, and it's like, oh, this is actually the worst character ever. Oh. And in the Japanese version, they call him a transfer. That's not cool.
Yeah. Okay, opposite then. Who do you think is, like, the best culprit in Danganronpa?
I mean, are we cool with just, like, full spoiling Danganronpa?
I think Danganronpa's old enough that we can get away with that, yeah.
I like how Nagito Komeda actually never kills anybody. I think that's really cool that he never is the culprit.
That's true.
I think the best culprit is Gundam.
Yeah, I completely agree, actually. Gundam would be my personal favorite.
Yeah, that one's so good and so sad.
The other one for me personally, that I really liked was Sakura.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh yeah, you realize the reason why she did what she did, and damn, that is like tragic.
Yeah, for similar reasons. It's
Yeah.
very heroic. Also, that case with Sakura is the first time Monokuma completely cheats.
Yes!
Because she left a note explaining what she did, but he hid the note because he wanted the case to happen.
Yup. If the kids found that, the game would be over.
Yeah. And it's like one thing I think if Monokuma like hid the note about like explaining what was actually happening with the master. I get why Monokuma did that, but he hid the note saying that she was committing suicide.
Yup.
So like that's hiding evidence about the case. I think. You're a cheater, Monokuma.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, he's a villain, so.
Who's the best girl in the Danganronpa world? Best girl.
Depends on your perspective.
Yeah. I mean, I like Chiaki. I know some people don't like Chiaki.
I think Chiaki's alright. For me personally, it's Aoi.
Oh yeah.
Ah, darn it. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble with this fight. I had it in the final phase of the last one, but I got burned.
Ibuki's really cool. I wish we got more of her.
I agree. No
Uh,
dice.
Unfortunately, Ibuki has maybe like the most incidental death in that game. Of the most like, oh yeah, she just kind of like happened to be the one that died here.
Unfortunately.
How would Trucy write Ace Attorney work
Got it.
as a game?
Same as usual, honestly.
Yeah, you'd have to like, you'd have to come up with a reason for her to be an attorney. I guess.
Maybe she gets an apprenticeship or something?
Yeah, I guess she eventually goes to law school.
Got it.
As much as I like Trucy Wright, she wouldn't be my pick.
For me, it would be Athena.
Yeah.
You are not making this easy for me, Bowser. And that's just the way I like it.
I can imagine it more like a Trucy Wright investigation scene. That I could see.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, I think it would be a spin-off. I think she wouldn't necessarily be an attorney, but that wouldn't mean you couldn't do mysteries. Oh my effing god says, how funny how the shockwaves shock you. Speaking of Danganronpa, have you played Master Detective Archives Raincoat? I have not.
I need to play that game.
Is it
Oh,
good?
Christ almighty! Clever, Bowser. Very clever. Uh-oh.
So is my turn with coins.
Yeah. Ah, but Bowser's gonna do the thing.
He's camping the coins.
Oh, man!
Ooh, idea. Trucy Wright Ace Attorney would be class trials like Danganronpa, or the one Edgeworth defended Wright in. That could be cute.
That would be. Okay. Locking in here.
I think you could do something like Trucy Wright going to like university, and then have it be like kind of one setting, but that different, so you can use like a lot of repeat characters across the game. Maybe some, like a bunch of interconnected cases.
And boom. Okay. How come I can aim it perfectly there and not any other time?
Now's probably a good time to shamelessly plug a pretty rad Kickstarter for a 3D platformer known as Radventure. They're under $200 away from being fully funded. I've seen some clips of it.
I have to, yeah.
That looks pretty cool. They were asking creators if anybody wanted a free code for the demo to play on the show. I almost did it, but I was busy.
Got it.
I knew I wouldn't get to it at any time.
Freaking Tepenstorm's comment like has me like wondering if like we could pull a Old Spice trick with this whole thing. So long, Gay Bowser. So long, Gray Bowser. So long, Hey Bowser. Surprise, motherfucker. All rise, motherfucker. Some fries, motherfucker. Have you never seen that video?
I have. Look at the star, now back to me. Now look at the star, now back to me. I'm behind you. I'm grabbing your tail. You're spinning around. So I'm on a Yoshi.
Sadly, your man is not. But if he rocked a really cool hat, a really cool red hat and mustache, he could smell like it. He could look like it. Look down. Now back up. I have your tail. I'm spinning you around now, and I'm going to knock you into one of those bombs. What's that? You don't want me to do that? Well, I'm sorry. So long, Gay Bowser.
So long, Cray Bowser.
So long, Gray Bowser. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ha! Damn. So long. Hey, Bowser!
So that little, like, tuft of red. Is that, like, hair?
On his hat?
Like, on top of his head. Yeah. It's not a hat, right? It's, like, hair.
Oh, on Bowser.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just hair.
Okay, so Bowser isn't bald?
No.
Because I was thinking, so long to pay Bowser.
Oh my god.
So long, day Bowser.
So long, eh, Bowser?
So long, Sway Bowser.
So long, Slay Bowser.
So long, Slay Bowser. Bowser comes back with like 8-inch pumps.
So long, my Bowser. So long, gay Bowser? Oh man, we're having way too much fun with this.
What if it was French? So long, les Bowser.
So long, les Bowser.
Mario out here just trying to catch the tail.
Bowser in a skincare program. You must spin me around with a touch of so long Shay Bowser. So long Pay Bowser. So long J Bowser.
His favorite rap artist, So Long Dre Bowser. Bowser with glittery wings. So long, Faye Bowser.
Hey, Aaron, this is all gold for you. Okay, go nuts with this. Oh, that's good.
You remake this as like an old like Harryhausen film.
Yeah.
So long, Clay Bowser.
Yes. Yeah.
Me and Unbind All got
yeah.
that at like the exact same second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Latino Bowser. So long,
So long,
Clay
Bowser. Yeah. So yeah, that's the trick.
Okay. That's like not that cheesy because I feel like it takes a little bit of skill to pull off.
True, but like the cheese they're in is like he would like teeter on the edge of like next to one of the bombs.
Yeah, that
and then
wasn't-
you just have to like let it go.
That like wasn't the cheesiest version of that.
No, it was not. It was not. Bowser's in the kitchen. So long, flambe Bowser. He's turning me into flambe with this fire, man. Ah, no dice.
You know how much Mario loves macaroni.
Yeah.
So long, macrame Bowser.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a good one. So long, filet Bowser.
Woof. There we go. Woohoo!
No! It can't be! You've really beaten me, Mario? I gave those troops power, but now it's fading away! Ah! I can see peace returning to the world! I can't stand it! It's not over yet. Come on, troops, let's watch the ending together.
So it always confused me as to like what the whole thing with that was, and I always thought like there was more to it.
Yeah.
Does he have a different dialogue after if you get like 100%?
If you get 120, he says something about like 120 stars. You found stars I didn't even know about, or something like that.
Ah, okay. Whew. So yeah.
So long, yay, Bowser.
We did it!
I love how Mario turns lower poly when he gets further away from the screen.
Yup. You can even see the transition.
You can see it much better in HD.
Oh, I love it. Bowser follows Lord Cao Cao. So long way, Bowser. I almost said Cow Cow again.
This game in Brazil, so long, way Bowser.
Oh, man. Y'all are gonna kill me here.
Oh, I just got a little dog kiss on the hand.
Aw.
Thank you, Kishki.
And it only took us 5 hours. Hey, like, again, I'm gonna credit us for, like, being able to beat this game in like, under 6 hours, man. We did pretty darn good.
By the way, what was the exact reason for postponing the Valhalla stream? Sheikah was feeling under the weather, so...
Yeah, so we decided to save it for another day.
Yeah. Because we want to wait until all three of us can be here.
You good there, Peach?
Mario.
Who was it that voiced her in this game?
I believe...
Because it wasn't who it is currently.
No, yeah.
And it's all thanks to you. Thank you, Mario. We have to do something special for you.
This wasn't Laura Bailey yet, was it?
I don't think it was, no.
It's the tiniest kiss on the nose.
Here we go! Listen, everybody. Let's bake a delicious cake
For Mario.
for Mario.
And coming up here is probably one of my favorite end credit themes of all time. I really like this credit sequence.
This one's a vibe, yeah.
It's also just a really, really nice theme. Like, you know? So yeah, that was Super Mario 64, everybody. Not a long game, not a hard one, but still a very enjoyable one. We spent just 5-6 hours playing this. I still love this game to this day. No question asked.
Remember, like, being a kid and, like, this game being impossible? And, like,
Yeah!
I'm never gonna actually beat Mario 64.
I took days, literal years to beat this game, specifically because of my fear of drowning in water levels. Now we're able to bang this in like 5 hours. But so fun little fact about this credits theme I got hired to do a video about the tribes in Brazil. It was a part of that like missions trip that I did, and we were like doing a program for the tribes in Brazil as like a missionary group, right? And they actually hired me as part of that team to go around filming everything, like capturing everything, like interviewing people, like, you know, just like the whole, like capturing the whole like event. They actually wanted me to like edit the entire, like, edit a whole video for it, like for a presentation at the end of the trip. So I was like there with like iMovie because I didn't have any of my equipment. They gave me their laptop. I had to download iMovie and I had to like edit everything like haphazardly, like with for that trip. And the song I used was this one.
Nice.
And it actually ended up being a pretty good like video overall for like the limited sources I had. I actually used it as part of my resume for my job at 69 News now, and hey, later on I got the job, so I'm gonna give myself credit on that one. But yeah, I love this theme. So yeah, we pretty much went through all 15 courses at least a little bit.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, I think we can call this one a win.
Have I ever tried the backwards long jump? I can't.
Leslie Swan, by the way.
That's it. Yeah. I can do the backwards long jump, but they patched it out of this version. So that is something that to keep in mind.
The credits for Ocarina of Time also do a really similar thing with like the pans of different areas.
And in this one in particular, I like that you can like look and see stars that you have yet to collect, and like it kind of gives you hints on like, oh hey, you want to keep on going, go further? Here's some hints for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Oh man, Charles Martinet, you are a legend, and we will love you forever, man. Woo! So there you go, everybody. That was Super Mario 64.
Oh, whoa, hey.
Oh my God!
North out here gifting subs.
North with the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much, dude. So yeah, that pretty much is all she wrote at this point. As for the next stream, we're going to do our best to schedule another time to continue Valhalla. So look forward to that, and a couple of other streams I have planned in the works. I do want to do another fighting game stream. Either I'm going to do Guilty Gear Strive or Street Fighter 6, and in the pipeline I have a stream for Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm gonna get Wombu, Wave, and Patty in on that. So look forward to that. On that note, guys, I think we can go ahead and call it here. So. Seriously, thank you guys all for like for checking in, because like this was a really fun game to go through with you guys. We got some shenanigans too. This game is still full of jank, but I love it's fun jank. Fun thing in the Mario movie, Mario's dad was the portrait of Jumpman. Yep. No, that was a good way to like top off his career. So yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.
So long, gay audience.
So long, gay Oscar. So long, gay Oscar.
Thank you so much for watching our stream.